Okay, so last time you guys continued working your way through Eastern caverns, not being able to see any of the previous inhabitants, instead now being replaced with, you could say, hordes of Naga and their creations along the way, dealing with barriers that blocked your passage, traps, and well as a dragon. You eventually came up to a throne room of sorts towards the end of the caverns. Completely crafted out of ice and crystal, the area had quite a not exactly harmful, but garish blue hue. Along with that, the room was also filled to the brim with humongous crystals, blocking your path towards said throne, atop which stood a floating crystal. Flanking the crystal, you saw the previous land ice naga that you had met before at one of the settlements. You found out the name was Nyla, and just barely missed after finding her again in another cavern and having the forces inside overwhelm you with your lack of resources. And surprisingly, you did not see, or at least from what they spoke, the other Naga was not Axeri. Instead, they mentioned that the other Naga had left or seemingly lost faith in this particular area. Though it seems like they were just too impatient, as this new Naga seemingly was able to make their wish come true. Though due to your hastened actions, they had to speed up their own process, and in doing so, the Naga forced Nyla to give up their life, though it's unawares from what they had spoken if it was their choice, as well as the other Naga, as they were absorbed into the crystal, forming a primal of Shiva within. The crystal erupted, and you had to face it off against the primal that was summoned. It's guess or not if Shiva was the original one they were planning to make, though with the connection to ice around here, it'd be very hard pressed to do anything otherwise. After defeating the Shiva primal, we pretty much ended off the session as you were gathering up your thoughts and doing your healing. However, I shall count what occurred as it was defeated. With the defeat of the Shiva primal, her body cracks and shatters into ice and dust. From the remains, a longsword of ice and crystals forms and falls to the floor slowly, tapping its point on the icy floor and remaining upright. Slowly flowing from its hilt is a light blue ribbon that intertwines in an almost non-existent wind. Aside from that, the halls are mostly quiet, though for those with keener perceptions, I'm not going to count Zaire in this, can most likely hear far-off whimpers and slight murmurs as if they were in hushed tones. I'm surprised you heard me, Zaire.
This be the sortie that you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah.
I know it might be a bit hard to see where it is, but that was just underneath where the Shiva Primal was defeated. And it also is blue against blue, so I don't blame you for not seeing it.
It's a little bit purple in there too.
Yeah.
I'm more red-green colorblind, less blue issues.
Oh, we can share something.
Al, are you okay?
I'm fine. Slightly beaten up, but still fine.
I hate that thing just kept moving over and over and over again.
Yes, but there's not much we could do, just besides chasing. She wasn't leaving us much room to combat ourselves either.
Do we even want to check out the sword there? Just kind of standing there.
I haven't got a clue what it is. Looks like a sword to me.
Well, it's definitely not a dog.
Thanking you.
Yeah, we can investigate. I think just, seeing ours pretty messed up. Evan's first priority is that before the sword itself.
Alright, if you wish to identify the sword, there's going to be 2 spellcrafts.
Okay.
Drazenka, you should probably be over here for this.
Is Drazenka aiding or doing her own?
You're lighting up, but there's no noise again, G.
Alrighty. I think you have a bonus enough that you just auto-aid. Because the DC is only 10.
It's not terribly far behind mine, honestly.
Yeah,
But
you got plus 13. You just need to tell me you're aiding, you don't need to roll it, unless you really want to see the numbers. Alright, it's a good thing you aided, as Evden would have failed on the first.
That is without the book buff, sorry, so I don't know if that's going to help at all. Because that is... Oh, that's knowledge. Doesn't matter. See?
I think you're talking about the Chronicles or whatever.
Yeah. Just making sure that's in there.
Pretty sure using those also takes D4 rounds or whatever. So they're typically not useful in combat.
No, there was a book we read at the start of this dungeon. It was in conjunction with the... I've just got it down as book buff.
Yes, all the different buffs. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. You're going to identify both of these. I need to make one of these handouts available to you.
Realised I was still 25 feet in the air. So he was like, you should be over here for this. And he's just in the air.
Right. You can identify the weapon as the Shiva's Diamond Brand artifact, and it has an attached effortless lace around the handle.
Oh,
you should be able to click those links, and it should open up the handout. But if you don't want to be reading and want me to read it out, the Diamond Brand acts like a longsword. However, it has several different effects. It acts like a +3 longsword. However, it does 1 die step higher damage. So instead of a D8 for a normal longsword, it becomes a D10. It also comes with a D8 of ice damage. And whenever it is enchanted, infused, whatever, with ice damage aside from that, it also becomes 1 die step higher, so D6 becomes a D8. It also overcomes any ice resistance.
Can I ask,
Would
that work with... Sorry to interrupt, would that work with Drazenka's gloves or the ice enchantment?
Her gloves just inflict frozen, they don't do damage.
Oh, sorry. I'm thinking about different ones.
In the case of the frozen enchantment, that's basically the same thing, so you would do that again on this. You could do something like Icy Burst, and then the critical damage will go up a dice step. However, the sword can never benefit from fire or wind damage, and once a day for an hour, as an immediate action that will not provoke, you can coat your skin in ice, which will grant you ice resistance 15. And if you want to enchant it further, it counts as a +5 enchantment value. The only way to destroy the weapon is via attacks from Ifrit or Phoenix, be it primals, avatars, or what have you. I've taken 200 points of summoning damage from them, or by throwing it into a volcano.
Yeah, I think...
In the terms of effortless lace, it might not be immediately useful for anyone who uses it, but you could use this weapon with weapon finesse for adding your dex to your attack roll. It also allows you to do any enchantments that require light weapons, or use any feats that require light weapons.
Okay. Well, there's probably 2 main options here for who wants to use it. It won't be me or Al, I'll put it that way. Edwin will probably explain this and just say what the weapon does.
Unfortunately, that is not a weapon that I am able to use effectively. It is much more powerful than mine, but I just cannot use it effectively.
How come?
It's not a stabby weapon, it's a slashy weapon.
Longsword is slashing and or piercing.
Longsword is just longsword. Oh, yeah, longsword is just a longsword. Longsword is just slashing.
Oh, is it? Oh, maybe I'm thinking about something very different then. Okay. Yeah, in that case, it
leaves it to
makes
only
sense.
one person.
Yeah, I would just say that Drzenko, it seems like through some series of events, the longest standing of our devoted has received a boon. You should take it. And hold it sort of... There's not a scabbard for this, is there? It's just a raw
Not currently.
weapon. I'll just basically present it to Drzenko. Hill first.
I mean, you could just leave it there for her to pick it up.
I assume I had to pick it up to examine it,
No.
but yeah, sure.
You can identify it at range.
Okay. In that case, I will just, explain that. Then it's yours. Take it.
Drzenko grab the weapon. Alright. Drzenko, once you grip the handle, an icy wind will flow from the sword over you. It coats your clothing in ice and crystals. A cape made entirely out of unmelting ice forms atop your own cloak, all the way down to your heels. With a flourish of gold and red, a hair adornment is created on your fringe and forehead, a dazzling golden accessory that holds within its center a royal ruby. And if you want to know what that looks like, that's what it looks like.
Okay. So very, very similar to Shivers, headband in some depictions. Cool. Well, it seems you certainly have a blessing. The question we have now, with this in hand and Drzenko's touch of the divine, where do we go from here? Can we call from Wake over from the cut corner at some point, please? Because he's been there for quite a while.
He's
just got like flecks of ice on his whiskers.
There is a path behind the throne by the looks of it.
Indeed. I do wonder if that simply leads out to a different direction.
There's also those staircases on the side that we haven't really explored yet.
True enough. I suppose we have places to be. It's just... My point is that Primal is defeated. I know there's another one who potentially wishes to summon one out there somewhere, but where? We maybe need to simply look around and see if we can find any evidence of their passing. Or passing, sorry.
Edwin slowly increases the volume of his voice as Zairin walks off.
I forgot. I'm actually, I think I'm fatigued.
Floats off?
Yeah, fatigued.
Am I louder? Strange.
He was saying that I was walking away, so you were...
Yeah, he's walking away, so you would have to speak up for him to actually hear you.
Oh, yeah, no. I'll stay out here with Wake. I'll let the intrepid explorers go off.
If Zion and Al go to the door on the eastern side, you recognize it as merely a carving and not actually a doorway.
Oh.
Way up that way.
From Wake, we... Yeah, go.
If we still got fly, I'm just gonna fly across.
It's the same on the western end as well.
Figures,
Just
but I
while
thought
I-
I'd check.
Fair enough. Just while I've got Detect Magic up, if we scan over, say, the throne, for instance, does that have any significance, or is it more a case of just this is a grand chamber?
The throne will have a fading aura above it, but that is most likely because of the crystal that was previously there. Aside from that, the entire chamber does have a minor aura, but it's mostly to do with its creation than anything else.
Okay. Is there any... I know this is probably a no. I'm just trying to work out, is there any way for us to decipher the difference between the person who summoned the primal, sacrificed their life for it, and the one they referred to who had been here and has left? Or would it be too long for us to find any trace of their magic?
Can you repeat that question, please?
What I'm asking in pretty more concise terms is, we know there's another Naga which can potentially try to summon primals. Is there any residual effect of their magic here, or has it just been too long?
Not from what you can tell, no.
Fine, that was it. Remarka, your kin have been defeated. Unfortunately, you didn't have a chance to non-lethally, or at least knock them out. They were consumed by the crystal. The primal is gone, but something tells me this is the end of the saga.
Yes, it is a shame they decided to take this road, but it seems they were among the more desperate of my kin. I do not know them personally, but it is a tragedy whenever any of our lives are lost. I
Agreed.
appreciate the idea of trying to take them in non-lethally, but alas, it was not to be.
I still remember the promise we made to you from Mark. We will try our best. It just seems like some of your kin are more fanatical than we expected.
It certainly seems to be the case. After the tales I've heard on the road, and those in the settlements that would question my passing, there's many like them.
Dude. Ow, you're probably the sharpest of our trackers. Can you tell if there is another exit from this place? Any signs of someone leaving, or maybe even just a different kind of track? Surely the Naga are different sized, or... as well, they have different physiologies. I don't know if you can quite call it footprints, but any tail track that you could discern would be ideal.
Am I able to roll like a survival to be able to check for any tracks or anything?
As soon as you try to look towards the floor, as almost via magical cleaning, the floor is immaculate. There is no dust and there is no scratches. Even as you try and make your own footprints, it's there for about a second, and then, just like fog on glass, it evaporates. You would note that the doorway behind the throne does certainly go deeper into the chamber.
Well, there's definitely no chance of any tracking, unfortunately, due to the magical properties of the room. But like I said earlier, there is that path that leads behind the throne, which delves deeper.
Thank you. Now, I appreciate the attempt at least. Well, Zayon at least picked the right direction, although they are sat upon the throne. I take it when we checked the throne, it wasn't like it was trapped with, finger of death or something, because I would have warned him of that.
I don't know, does Zayon sit on it?
Nope.
Ah.
That's not my place.
Well, at least the finger of death effect is still on it then.
Okay.
If it was a clock tower, maybe I would have sat on it.
If it was a clock tower, I'd send Scissorman after you.
That sounds like something I haven't heard of before.
Oh, it's an old 80s, 90s game, horror game.
Okay.
I think it was on DOS, it's so old.
Oh boy.
When Jasenka picked up the sword, did it get a scab of some kind, or is it simply a case of it's able to adhere to her in some way?
She is able to use the effortless lace to tie it around her belt.
Okay, cool. And yeah, it's a very powerful magical artifact. I doubt air is going to be a problem. Okay.
Sorry, Clock Tower was 95 on the Super Famicom.
Oh.
It's just a bit older. Alright. I'm going to assume that Jazenka does tie the ribbon around her belt. It'll be easier. It'll still be a move to draw it. Alright. Exploring the doorway at the northern end of the Icy Cathedral brings you to another large chamber. While the entrance was more like a throne room, this room is that of a proper church. Countless pews of stone and ice are set up in rows that lead up to an altar at the far end that depicts another version of Shiva. Amongst the pews, you can count around 50 survivors. Ronso, Aura, Gria, Kikern, Mughals, and Tarotaru are the most common, as well as 2 Naga you do not recognize. They are seemingly all physically unharmed. One Aura, whose scales are of a similar blue to that of the caverns, approaches the party.
If you're here like this, then that means...
However, they cut themselves off as they turn to look at Drazenka and her new visage.
Empress!
He shouts, immediately dropping to his knees. The noise alerts a few others, and like a wave, the whole back room is alerted. Running to kneeling and praying positions in front of you, they chant.
Lady of Ice, you've come to save your devout!
Now, hold on there, friend. This is Trazenka. She's our friend. She's part of our party. She is not the lady in flesh.
The first Aura will reply.
The Naga who attacked this place allowed us to live if we surrendered. They then corralled us in this room. We've prayed for salvation, and the lady herself shows herself within her hallowed halls. Blessings be to the unending ice.
She is a worshiper of Shiva, but not the lady herself. I'm confused as to why you might think that.
With the hair adornment, as well as with the eyes across her clothing, Drazenka would look very close to a Shiva incarnation in Ronso form.
If you are not the lady herself, you are indeed a grand champion of her design. We welcome you to the halls of the lady. What might your followers help you with? Are the Nagas in the cathedral all removed?
Yeah, all of the ones that were keeping you all back here are taken care of. We have a Naga with us. His name is Fronwake. He is friendly. He is not an enemy.
You need not worry about any misgivings we may have for species or race. We even have 2 Naga devouts with us here. Though we are mostly referring to the Nagas that invaded. If they are all gone, then we are saved truly.
Fronwake is a devout of Shiva, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. Then there shall be no problems. Sorry, I didn't introduce myself. My name is Zairan. Edwin over there is also a devout of Shiva, and that's Al.
It is a wonder to meet you all, and wonders ever still that we are saved by you. I am Oratric. Similar to your Naga friend Frenwake, I, as you can tell, am mostly a follower of Shiva in this church. She came to me as a babe when my village was attacked, and she saved me from death. I have followed her ever since.
That seems to be a common theme of hers.
I will ask again, is there anything we can aid you with?
The Naga that were out there before, they were summoning the Avatar, or not Avatar, the primal form of Shiva. There are others out there who are trying to do the same, and our goal is to stop them from accomplishing that. They're trying to steal the powers of the primals and do terrible things and like take over the land and stuff like that. Do you guys have any information that might help us with this task?
I can recount what occurred. The Naga teleported into the Iced Pool Sanctum near the entrance and demanded everyone to surrender and cooperate. A few disagreed and a fight broke out. The leader, Costa, ordered the Naga to not attack anyone who did not attack first. We gave them the password to the door, and they led us to the praying chamber here. They promised no harm would come to us if we stayed here. He did come with another Naga. I think he called them Axe or something. 2 days passed and they had an argument. The Axe one left while Costa continued his work in anger.
What was the name of the Naga that came to Carthuro's hold with us?
Racket Jiraga.
Raketsaraga? Does that sound familiar?
No, nothing as long a name as that.
Are there any other major temples to Shiva like this that they might be trying to attempt this sort of thing at? Places where the lady's power holds strong?
You will find many sacred holds dedicated to the Emperors of Ice all across the land. Possibly many more than what we know of. Though, to my recollection, this is probably the strongest font of such.
Are you able to contact any of the others?
Not, swiftly, no. It would probably take a few weeks.
Nothing swifter than mail, then. Do you have any maps of any of the more powerful strongholds?
We, none particularly focused on that. Some of us have maps since we travel. We can mark yours with the other locations.
If you could do that, that would be immensely helpful. For now, at least, we were only told to come here as far as I remember, but if the other got away, they might be trying to do this again somewhere else. That's my worry.
Oratric takes on quite a mixed expression. They show both signs of happiness as well as worry.
It's a wonder to be able to see the lady in the flesh or the crystal, but the mention of primal, I feel it is more a sacrilegious formation. I do hope you're able to track down whoever this other Naga is and stop whatever they are trying to do.
Well, that is our task. Anyways, are you guys well fed in here? Do you need any? And he starts pulling out a couple of like trail rations and stuff like that that he still has.
We are fine. The Naga provided for us.
Oh, good. Okay, then. Is there anything else that we could do for you?
Well, not you personally, but would it be too much to ask if we were able to embrace the Guardian of Ice?
That's her own personal. I'll let her answer that for you. Maybe she'll give a small blessing to the altar or something.
They're certainly not an elder. It's not exactly help. They basically want to go into a queue and all give you a hug. Oratric definitely is first to be able to get a hug from Drzenka, as all the others start to form a not so orderly queue as one after another they hug Drzenka. Whilst it is a common theme amongst the people who follow Shiva, as Shiva was known to embrace the mortals, it is a more longing hug than Drzenka is probably used to at this point. And even if you say, or have said otherwise, you think a good half of this group still think that Drzenka is an incarnation of Shiva.
As they line up and she gives them hugs, she's gonna like give a very short blessing to each and every one of them.
They give you many more thanks than you're probably comfortable with as you do so. Is there anything else you wish to do in the back room, or are you wanting to leave the Ice Den caverns?
We can explore the back rooms.
Yeah, there's a horror monster that's going to track you down.
Don't get lost.
It's like you're wearing those yellow-tinted gamer glasses.
I can't think of anything else
Just
to do
to
back here.
double check. Did they give any other names for the Naga that were here? Aside from the axe one.
Yes, they said that the Naga that you're pretty sure is the one that was conducting the ritual was called Costa.
And to be clear, Costa was it Costa or the other one that was saying to only attack those that attack them?
Yes.
Costa.
From what you can gather, Costa was very adamant about leaving civilians out of the conflict.
Okay. They still did basically airdrop themselves in here and go, right, we want this place, but at least they have some conscience. Okay. We'll see.
They were a military regiment, and they were going to attack other military people.
Is a religion a military? That's a conversation for another time. But anyway.
Well, they killed that adventuring party and anyone else that tried to attack them.
Hey,
but
we know
this place just held something that they needed.
That's all right.
It's down to your own moralities, how you feel about it.
I'm good to move on. I'm pretty finished at the prayer. This is more of a Drazenka and Zaire and show, I think, with these guys. So yeah, happy to move on.
Wait, why is Zaire in? Just because he's the face?
Yeah, because
You were just
you're the
talking
one
to them.
speaking.
Okay.
That was it.
Does the party leave?
Believe so.
We have, to be very clear, did we ask, sorry, because that's a pop away, did we ask if they know where they're going, which we don't.
They gave you locations of other Shiva temples you could go visit, but it's going to be a long shot to which one's going to be the one you need to go to.
I think the question we need to ask ourselves, and maybe it's not here, is these Naga might not care if it's a Shevite temple or not. Are there other temples close by to other gods with this kind of font in them? Well, you're not a question we can ask now. Sorry, what was that?
There is most definitely places like that, yes.
Yeah, I'm just saying they might be closer, but to a different god. So we should probably keep an eye out for that.
The only reason you came to this one is because Racket Jiraga knew
Mentioned it.
that Exera was heading in this way, and the Ice Stone Caverns was like the prime location in this direction.
Yeah, and we don't know any other. To be very clear, as far as I can tell, we don't know where the next summoning site could be. Right at this point, we don't know.
Not currently.
Okay, that was it. Just wanted to make sure we've got all the cards we need. I will just congratulate Zaire and Al actually on the way out of here, because they did a very good job of keeping the attention of that final, which Edwin is very appreciative of.
Just doing what I always do.
Well, you both did it very well, which I realise can be a pain with that, and I'll try and support you the best I can, which I think I will do. Although I think, with her new found blade, she may be taking a bit more of a frontline role. We'll see.
I'm pretty sure she already adds her wisdom to either her attack or damage.
It's attack.
Attack, yeah.
Yeah. Either way, for the effortless lace, if you go down the feet route, you can now pick up slashing grace to do dex to damage instead of strength, because I know your dex is higher. Not currently, because I think you got damage or drain.
Yeah, I got a lot of damage. It's real. I was wondering, wait a second. Maybe.
Oh, yeah, when we get out of here, when we're not in danger, I'll probably use the rest of my MP for that kind of stuff, but I've only got 12, so I'm going to hold off until we get attacked.
Alrighty. After rescuing the Shevanites and Galatians from the perils of the Naga, and thwarting at least one plan for summoning a primal onto this plane, you still find that you are missing the Naga Exeri. And whilst they are most likely had come here, seemingly gone before the plan came to fruition. Before many thoughts are placed into your heads about the subjects, your minds are taken up by a more pressing matter. As all of you receive a sending.
All denizens of the Kafura domain are to return to Hatterwood at once. Make your way now. Some of you may be gifted travel.
Okay.
That doesn't sound good.
On our way.
Do we need to do the 20 word or less response?
You don't have to. It is also 25 or less.
Oh, sorry, yeah, it's 25. Yeah, I can do that.
You can either respond immediately or just not at all.
Just for clarification's sake, sorry, no Paz. It is Ice Den Caverns, isn't it? We're in at the minute.
Yeah, Ice Den Caverns. You don't need to move the map, Jester. I always focus ping.
You didn't do it fast enough.
Because I also have to get over here. Annoyingly, I can't set a pivot point of the map.
Not good enough. What do you mean by we'll be gifted travel? Can you just teleport us?
Kathura does not have teleportation magic.
Or it may be a case if there's a creature that can potentially help us with travel. We also don't know if Kathura has, like younger dragons in his employ that could help us out. Could be anything.
As the party leaves the Icestern Caverns, the winds outside are blustery indeed. A shadow overhead gets larger and larger as a huge dragon lands with a loud thud. Her scales are familiar as you recognize her as She-Sylph, the dragon who was purifying necrotic fonts in the mountains.
We meet again, striplings. I have been employed to grant you speedy return to your domain.
Understood.
It's been a while. Kathura hired you to get us home?
I have been offered rewards. That is enough for me. It seems others have had their domain lords and ladies recall them to the settlements they protect.
Do you have any idea what's going on?
I know of the murmurs and rumors, but I do not have a domain. You would perhaps have better chances at asking your lord.
I think
Very
we're
well.
preparing for an attack there. The amount of places that have been under assault in our travels would imply that Kathura's domain may be targeted.
I mean, I'm just trying to figure out more information. That's
I
all.
understand.
At your leisure, we're ready to go now.
Climb atop my back, and we shall be sped away.
She-Sylph lowers a wing for you to be able to climb atop her back.
Just a moment before we get on. Does anyone have any damage or drain that he's sorting out before we go?
I'm good.
Oh, I'm not fatigued anymore. That's right. Let me look at my stats. I think everything should be fine for me. Oh no, I've got 3 drain index.
3 dex drain. Okay.
Yeah.
Senka, I know you said you've got something going on.
I have dex damage.
Damage
Six.
or drain?
Damage.
Damage. Okay. How much?
6.
6. Okay. I'll drop 2 restorers and fix. Yep. Cures all temporary damage and restores all permanently drained from a ability score. So that should work for both. That puts you down to 4 MP and we're good to go.
That's
I-
better.
I take it everyone climbs or possibly still be able to fly atop She-Sylph's back.
Yeah. Fronwake's
Yes.
coming with us.
There will be enough space for a phone marker, yes.
Would she still allow from Archaeon? Because I know she doesn't like a lot of other scale creatures.
She doesn't like scaled creatures that have a devotion to dragons.
I see.
Mostly in the form of, like, when kobolds think their descendants are dragons, she just bloody hates kobolds.
Fair enough. That's understandable. All right, let's go.
Okay, climbing atop She-Sylph's back, she hastens into the skies, so much so you feel the G-forces start to impact across you. Grabbing atop of spikes and scales, you are able to stay stationary and not fly off into the clouds. Fluttering her wings, she then flies very quickly towards the northeast. Thankfully, her hide and head blocking most of the winds from you. Flying over the desert and quickly mountains, you find it hard to keep your eyes open at the speeds she self is able to traverse the skies. Do you do anything during the travel?
Is there any way for me to enhance She-Silt's speed?
She already has an enhancement bonus, so is it going to be an enhancement bonus?
Yeah, so it's unlikely that I'll be able to do anything that's going to last long enough to matter. So, yeah, absolutely fine. The only thing I could think of is if we're flying high, I might drop Endure Element so we don't freeze to death, but apart from that, not really. I don't think, flying at God knows how fast on a dragon is the best time for conversation.
Zaire is going to grab some rope and tie himself to like a back spike or something like that, and then just take a nap.
Oh shit, actually, there was one thing I was going to do. This might new to me a little bit for int stuff, but Al, do you have a headband currently equipped?
Yes, I've got headband and mental prowess.
Okay, I was considering giving you the headband of +6 int, but because it gives you fly, climb, and acrobatics, would that benefit you?
To be honest, I'm probably fine. Like, my climb,
Okay.
I've got a climb speed anyway, and I've got a decent amount of ranks in my fly that it's not really an issue anymore.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to check before we land, but sound.
No.
I'll keep hold of them.
Appreciate the offer.
It is not fast when you can compare it to automobiles, but it will be fast for anything you have experienced, as she is moving at 23 miles per hour.
Yeah, I mean, it's faster than we can run or walk.
It's still probably going to take a couple of days, at least 2.
In all fairness, though, this is straight line, so and they don't need to sleep. So we'll see.
400 between 300 and 400, depending on if we're going to Hadowwood or to Carthura's place. So if we just say like 384 divided by 23.
Does anyone do anything during the travel?
16 days still.
I think if
That's
anything,
hours.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, yeah.
You can get there in a
What?
day.
Miles per hour, not day. Yeah.
I can give. It doesn't work on that. Never mind. Probably not, unfortunately. Just keeping an eye out for any potential threats that are coming for She-Silth while she's focused on flying. Is She-Silth? I don't know. Honestly, not sure if they're she, he. Not sure.
It's a
We
shame.
know
You do have her.
We have
You do have her
I-
info.
I thought so. I just wanted to confirm.
The second word is F for female.
I might have missed that. It's been a very long week. Okay, fair enough. Cool. Yeah, that's it. I think it's just more keeping an eye out. I don't think now is pretty. Some exposition chats as we're going towards this place. I think if anything, we'd just say if the village is under attack, I suggest we prioritize our families, the church, and then the rest of the village.
It could be something entirely different. I'd like to think Arthur could defend Hatterwood.
I think he can, but the problem we have here is that Gothera is one dragon, an incredibly powerful dragon. But he has sent us on tasks for a reason. I'm just trying to prepare for the worst. But I get your point, Al. I'll just continue.
I was just taking in the sights. It's not often she gets to fly this fast and this long either.
With the aid of Shisurf's speed, and even though you said they don't need to sleep, it's most that they're immune to sleep effects. A lot of dragons still need sleep.
That might be that. Fair enough.
The 8-day journey that it would have probably taken is done in 16 hours. Arthura's domain has been empowered. The invisible aura now clearly seen in a brown haze. The tall stone claws are present on the eastern border, with the other directions open for others to enter. You can make out carriages and carts entering their domain on both the west and north borders. Shisurf lands a short walk from Hatwood. Its stone walls are clean black as they have been transmuted into adamantine. Golems man the walls and exterior with large bows and glistening arrows.
I pray you survive the outcome, though the prayers are needless with Kathura's might. Till we next meet.
It was nice seeing you, Shisurf.
Thank you for your help.
Your aid is much appreciated.
Yeah, I would just give my thanks as well. I was about to say we'll give them some reward ourselves, but I ain't got a lot of money on me, so say goodbyes. Eastern side is the closest to the water, correct?
Yes.
Of Arthur's domain, and is that not also? Is it not the Eastern Mountains where Drazenka's tribe, the Vierach, have gone to?
Yes. Well, the Xerath tribe
mountains.
is more around here.
Yeah, so they're not like right on the border, but they're in that direction. Okay.
Yeah. For the border is like the black lines, so those black lines now have those stone claws that Kathura summoned up last campaign.
Yeah, absolutely fine. Cool. Sorry, just trying to make sure I'm ahead of it. Well then, straight to Kathura then, shall we?
Yeah. Are we gonna stop in the village first? Make sure everything's cool there?
I suggest we go straight to Kathura. I trust, because we can see the walls of Hatwood, and they are adamantine, they've got the gold ones, right?
True.
You're like a half-minute walk from the gate.
Yeah. I would suggest we go straight to Kathura. If you wish to see your families, I understand.
Which way do we have to go to get to Carthor? Are we like on the path to his
No,
place?
to get to Kathura, you have to go into the mountains, and it's normally a couple-hour walk.
I can summon chocobos for that, if need be. Or I think Drazenka can.
I mean, can if necessary, but we still just got 16 hours of clear mind. But we were told to return to Hathawood specifically, right? And if we're closer to Hathawood, we could like check out if there's like a meeting going on or people gathering, and then go to Carthura if nothing's like happening immediately in there.
Fair point. Yeah, we'll do that then. Straight to
It's like a couple hours to get to Carthura, so at least make sure that nothing's going on in Hathawood right now where we might be needed.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you say your farewells to Shisurf, she will fly back into the sky and dart off at incredible speeds. The adamantine gates of Hatwood quickly rise at your approach, just as quick as the elder Dowerfit makes his way towards you.
You've met many a dragon in your time, haven't you? This is the third I've seen in the past day. Please, follow me to the shelter. The others have gathered there.
Third. We know of Shisurf and Carthura, which is the second you speak of.
No, not Kathura. There was a strikingly blue dragon, and one that was a mix of red and greens. That's much smaller, though.
I don't think we've met Givren 10th, but that blue one sounds like Givren 10th.
It would not be.
No? Okay.
I think it's actually no, I don't know.
Dragons of Note. She's still.
They would most
Red.
likely be dragons you haven't met.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think they are.
Probably not the ones with their own domains for sure. Especially if. So maybe Virsarth? No.
We'll find out. Elder, we were summoned here by Carthura. What is happening?
Are you following him as you chat with him?
Yeah, walk and talk.
Alright. Dalfit will lead you into the building next to the chief's house, now housing a 30-foot wide staircase that goes underground. More golems can be seen patrolling, while the walls are adorned with violet sconces that light it all up. You recognize all of the villagers, as well as a few new faces of people who were nearby when the summons occurred. Carthura has summoned all of his protected to the walls and crafted an underground sanctuary. He informed me that the War of the Naga is being sped up, with Primal and Dragon Slayer both being employed in these times. Drastic measures are being undertaken. Chenu itself is going to cinder the lands and the seas. The effects will be felt all over, the land cracking from the power. As far as I'm aware, all draconic domains are being reinforced for this attack.
We don't know the name Chakura, right?
Sorry?
The name that he just mentioned.
Chenu itself, you know the name.
Oh
you
no,
were
that's
told that
the big one. Yeah.
Yeah, the 200-foot dragon is Chenu itself.
Right. Okay.
Such drastic measures.
Elder, you mentioned other primals. We stopped the summoning of the Shevet primal. Are there more?
It certainly seems to be. Wait, you fought a primal?
I think
yes.
there's a sort of I think this is like a kind of yes, we did that, but this is worse kind of moment. But yes, we did.
Dalfil will slowly shake his head. I have all of the faith, and there's nothing I would ever say against Carthura, but he's asking too much of you. You shouldn't be sending you after primals, especially just 4 of you. Usually an army to be sent after a primal.
With respect.
To be fair, we did interrupt the summoning, and it was hastily completed before. So
Indeed.
I think it was probably less. Zaire's just downplaying all of their achievements right now, so that give the old man a little bit of a break in his heart attacks.
In all
Hastily or not, facing things like that is going to hasten you to an early grave.
Elder, with due respect, we were sent to stop the summoning. We were hoping to at least have stopped it before it happened, but the creatures who used the summoning sacrificed their lives to speed it up. By rights, Carthura did not intend for us to fight the primal, but we did, and as you can probably see, Jazenka has received a blessing as a result.
Yes, the last certainly looks a bit more chilly. And, well, I'm not going to speak against your fashion sense, but adorning something that expensive on your head? Kinda calling for thieves. Not been finding anywhere here, though.
I'd like to see a thief try to take it from her.
Indeed.
Yeah, certainly would I, lad. I'm doubtful they'd be seeing anything anytime soon.
And when it comes to Carthura, don't be so hard on him either. It wasn't him who sent us on that mission. We received requests elsewhere and decided to take it up ourselves.
Indeed, you were there.
Yes, but I did not hear all of the particulars about what you were doing. And you were taking a quest by a Naga, and hopefully one of the better ones that I've not been hearing about recently. But regardless, I would ask you not be taken on such dangerous tasks.
Well, as it happens, we do have a dragon of our own. I'm going to look at Al when I say that. But I digress. This is from Marke. He is a Naga of a similar stripe. They wish no harm. Let's get to this meeting. I think we've probably been walking and talking a bit too much, eh?
And it doesn't really matter. We're going to defend the people of Hattawood, regardless of what comes, even if it might cost us our lives. That's what we do.
That's all I'd ask of you. With one's able-bodied and quite the particular equipment sets, I would only see you to be within Hattawood and protecting Hattawood. There are other people for the tasks you've been taking on.
Hattawood, Carthura, and his interests, those are all our plans to defend.
Well, any more information that I can give you? It seems the tales of a dragon slayer have spread from leaks in the domains. The dragons are furious. To not have us swept in their war, we are to be hidden away. The attack from Janu itself is to be held within 10 days. After that almost fortnight is passed, well, we get back to rebuilding our lives.
Hold on, Elder. You're telling me Tashurthan will simply destroy everything? What are the farms? The food?
Every place that is protected by a dragon is most likely, and to the part where there's very little doubt in my mind, will not feel any effects. Everywhere else are going to have to protect themselves, I'm afraid. The Naga, I would not want to say menace, has been increasing rather quickly.
We recently defended Haywitch and the people of Red Park. The guilds are fighting back in droves, and this assault from the Great Dragon could simply wipe their efforts. Are they aware?
From what I've been told, the dragons are quite aware, and they have been talking with all of the different guilds, and from what I hear at Airship, as hard as it is to believe, are making sure everyone is protected. If anything is to be destroyed, it is just establishments and not people. Hopefully. But I am so much a man that I cannot just go against the dragon's wishes.
Well, let's just see this meeting then. I pray, strange concept in such early times, that if this is a measure that must be taken, at least we can understand why and have the chance to help them rebuild. I fear many will suffer for this, even if not directly.
They certainly will. But as to the case of you talking about a meeting, the only meeting is getting down in this hall and weathering out the storm.
There are good Naga out there, Elder. Has no one fought for their case?
That would be a question for the dragons. Though I am most likely sure that they do have Naga amongst them trying to stop the assault, but from what I heard, it was quite a one-sided decision. You can speak with Kafur if you wish. He has his own space amongst this underground that he is channeling his magics through, and allowing anyone to go speak to him. I think he was possibly awaiting your return as well. You had a mission for partially him, I suppose, with that other Naga.
Is our employer at least within the walls themselves?
Not that I know. They left almost as soon as you lot did. Not in the same direction, mind.
What do you all think? I don't mean to pull us in a direction, but we made a promise.
We need to at least let Carthura know that we're finished with what we went out for.
Al? Drazenka, what do you think?
When is this storm supposed to come?
10 days from now.
Let's just talk to Carthura and see if we can get anything else. See if there's anything else we can do to help.
Well, I hope nothing more dangerous comes out with your chat with Carthy, but it is good to see you're back in the settlement walls, even if they are a bit more expensive, like.
Yeah. Do you happen to know where our families are at the moment?
Oh yes, we all got our books, we all got our different rooms. You can see the families as you wish. We're staying here for another almost fortnight.
All right. Edwin, do you want to talk to your parents before we go talk to Carthura? Oh, he's not here, of course.
You can leave a message.
Are all of the my brain, why is it not working? Are all of Drazenka's people here in the bunker as well?
Yes, all of the Viziers tribe is down here.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
should
because
definitely-
everyone from within the domain,
We should
inside and
definitely-
outside of Atherwood itself.
Go and see them as well. I say we just take a couple minutes to visit with our respective families and. Oh, what just happened?
Nothing. Nothing happened.
I clicked a weird button on my mouse and I left the game.
Oh, well, bye.
I'm here.
If you've got a programmable mouse and it's one of the ones on the side, it's most likely the back button.
Yep, that's exactly the one that I touched.
Yeah, I immediately rebind those to something else because I hate the back button. Because I always hit it accidentally.
That's the first time I've ever done it accidentally. I was just I almost dropped my mouse because I was like playing with it. And Anywho, let's go catch up with our families real quickly before we go talk to Carthura.
You can certainly go to speak with your families.
Come on now, you can come with me.
War.
Huh?
Siren, as you approach your parents, they will wrap around you as soon as they are able to see you.
Didn't think you were going to be able to make it. It's good that you're inside the walls. Now, we've got your food, got your blankets, also got some books for you to read. Gonna be quite a long time in this little underground we got here. I think it's kind of nice. Lovely accented colours, and outside of the wind and rain.
Yeah. Carthura sent transportation for us.
Carthura is always so kind to us. You remember to pay your respects to him when you can.
Of course. I consider myself a defender of his interests.
Come on. Get to your bed. Let's get that gear off you. Don't you have it a bag on your back at all times? You know, put that sword into your drawer. We gotta also clean those ears out. Doesn't look like you've been keeping them clean. Come on. Yeah, you wanna share a bed? We got bunk beds too. You can have the top bunk. I know you like those. Come on now.
I think I will pass.
We still need to go
on that.
speak. we still need to go speak to Carthura. I was just coming by to let you know that everything is okay right now. We'll be back later. Well, I will at least. I think Alice got her own space.
Yes, I appreciate the offer, but I shan't be sharing a bed.
Same.
That's right. We got a bunk bed. You can go on top. Well, leave your bags and things here. Don't want you being weighed down as you talk to the Guardian.
I'll take off all of my, just extraneous equipment, but keep all of my adventuring gear specifically on me.
We'll put a pot and stew on for you. Feel free to invite your friends.
Thanks. I think that was Mom that was saying that stuff.
Depends on which one of your parents would be acting like that.
It's very heavy mom energy for me. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. To be fair, though, they would both be very excited to see me.
Especially since you haven't been writing letters.
That's just the character flaw that all of my characters are going to have.
Mm-hmm.
Inability to write or don't write letters. I can't
Don't
tell
write
what you're
letters
talking
home.
about. Okay.
Started with freaking Joseph and continues and continues and continues. Anyways, all right, that's enough out of Sayers people.
Does Al have anyone that she would want to visit beforehand?
No, she hasn't got anyone that she'll particularly visit in Hackwood. Her main people that she visits are her party that she's already with.
Does Edwin go to see his parents?
Yeah, I'll go and see Didas and Elga quickly. I'll probably leave my staff, for example, with them and ask them if they could give it a look over because I'm not as good as a weaponsmith as they are. I just check that Elga is truly recovering from the curse and just checking that they're all okay and giving them a once over before probably heading straight out. It's very it's not quite business-like, but we just have a very specific relationship. We love each other to bits, but it's sort of factual, and then move on to the next thing.
Elga has certainly fully recovered, so much so that she is helping Didas as he is trying to smith out as many pieces of cutlery as he can, as not everyone can bring everything down here, so he's making new things. He's also working out some new sconces and more luxuries to have as they are guarded below. They will obviously take the staff off you. There's only so much they can do with it, though.
I will pass over, because I don't know if they can rework these or use them. I have all of these arrows that I don't really have anymore. I will pass these over to them for if they want to resmith them, they want to use them for their own. Basically just to pass over to say, please use these however you wish to.
They will certainly take those off your hands and probably use those with the people that can use crossbows and bows.
Yep, that was it. Just wanted to make sure they've got what they need before I head off.
Does Drazenka visit anyone?
Yeah, she visits both the Pirates tribe as well as Matriona.
Yeah, I'd probably pop in after Drazenka's gone.
The Viserys tribe are certainly happy to see you. Many of them still don't really have much connection to Shiva. They will make mention that you are certainly looking rather different. As you approach Matriona, however, she starts to tear up, and she will embrace you for as long as you've ever been embraced, and as tightly as you have, as she almost shivers in your arms.
is quite a lot, isn't it?
The journeys you go on, they do terrible things to my heart. And every time you come back, you change a little bit. This time, the most largest change I've seen. A faith to a deity is a welcome thing. It helps many people take the right path in life, but I fear your dedication has been a bit too far along said path. You can take things slow.
As you said, faith can bring many to their own paths, and I'm honestly elated to be on mine, thanks to her guidance and everything she's brought me. And if this is the lot that I've been given due to that, then I'll walk that path with pride, with my head held high. It is a lot,
Your
I won't
path,
lie, but
your path brought you to Hatterwood and to me. I'm just hoping this path doesn't take you away from me forever.
if it is within my power, Hatterwood will always be part of me, and this will always be my home. I'm sorry, you, Matriona, gave me so much when I got here. It wasn't just Shiva who saved me, it was you first and foremost, and I will never forget that.
Please, tell me you are to stay within the sanctuary.
I cannot make a promise quite yet, unfortunately. We are going to speak with Karthura about all of this. We heard most of it from the village elder, but we'd still like to have a word with the protector himself.
If you are to speak with Karthur before any action is taken, the load on my heart is lightened. I am sure the Guardian would not put you in a perilous position that he certainly knew was there.
He's always been nothing but good to us, any of us, all of us. If anything comes, that will be our own decision, and I will never besmirch Karthura for putting us in harm's way, so to speak. If anything comes, know that it is our own decision.
I've always put Karthura at the top of any list I would write, aside from those that would put him in a bad light. I would say, follow his word before any word you are given by Shiva. My faith is strong, but Karthura, he's done 10 times more than anything in creation has ever done. And if he says to stay, please heed that word.
I can promise you that much at least. Shiva may have given me a direction and brought me here, but it is still Karthura's domain, and it is by his grace that I have this home to come back to.
Then I should be awaiting you to return after your meeting.
Of course.
Do you go back to your party?
Yep, she goes back.
As you leave Matrona, you will hear that she does start to cry as you leave. With
everyone's discussions had, though only halfly for Al, as most of her family is not here. What does the party do?
We will head to Kathura.
Before we do, Drasenka will go to Al. Would you... Because we have Fronwalk with us, right?
Fronwalk wouldn't have gone to you to all the different locations. He would have been like standing in the middle, possibly talking to anyone who came to him, but he would be back with you, yes.
Yeah, like, first of all, like, before we start heading for Kathura, she would, like, guide Fronwalk if he wants to go to Matriona, because she's basically the representative of Shiva right now. With the lack of the actual church with the underground place. But then Drasenka will also approach Ao. And would you... I understand that Fronwalke has the means to send the sending. Do you maybe ask him to contact your parents, see how they're faring in all this?
Didn't actually cross my mind that Fromarke could do that. I would like to do that. I'd like to see what sort of preparations they're making in relation to all of this.
If that's your request, I shall do so.
Thank you, Fromarke. I'd mainly just want to see what preparations they're putting in place to protect themselves, and if they require anything from me.
They might not even know that they're in danger. You might want to let them know.
Exactly. As much as I respect Kathura, my family does come first.
Although I don't know how you
Fronwalke
might get there, back there if you need to.
Fronwalke will cast Sending, and after a few seconds, a shocked look will come across his face.
It seems... The connection was a bit... weak. They're possibly within a barrier, but... Your people... apparently have a... lady. They have gone underground, similarly to us.
A lady?
A dragon.
A name for the dragon, or is there just a dragon?
The connection was weak. I got possibly every other word.
Well, the fact that they're underground and the fact that they've replied means that they're somewhat safe for now. I'm not sure who this lady or dragon could refer to at the moment, but maybe we can hear more later on. For now, they're safe. Thank you, Fromarke.
There is no problem at all.
Thank you, Drazenka, as well, for the idea.
Of course.
Now, shall we head to Kathura?
Yeah, let's go see what he has to say.
Alright. Taking the passage that Dalfit mentioned, you're able to move through the underground into a much larger chamber. Several huge tunnels lead into and out of this chamber. Every so often you see golems moving through them. Many of them are also large enough to have Kathura move through them, or possibly he had burrowed them into this area. As he sees you, he takes on a much happier expression.
It is good to see you return swiftly and safely. I take it the ride upon She Sylph was a smooth one.
As much as riding on the back of a dragon could be smooth, it was.
Then I only have the one apology to offer. I was quite of the mind a primal would not be able to be summoned under such short circumstances, and especially not to the Naga, who have little knowledge of deities or any such folklore. That you had to deal with one. It saddens me so. I would have not sent you if I had known their creation was a possibility.
We got there quickly enough to interrupt it, but the Naga that was there gave their life force to finish sooner than was intended. They essentially gave up their body and their mind to become the primal itself.
The Naga are both resilient and at the end of their rope. That they would sacrifice themselves is no surprise. The only surprise is that it was successful.
Well, we managed to complete our tasks. So, and everybody is fine. It did help that we had a Naga by the name of Fronwake with us. He's from Ao's village.
Did you bring Fronwaka with you to Kafura?
Only if he wanted to go.
I mean, I probably actually would have asked, I mean, again, if he would have wanted to come, but because he has not met Garthura, and we basically just brought a stranger to this very protected place who was also a Naga, so probably would have brought him with us to introduce him. It's my take.
That's fair.
If this is the Naga you speak of, they are welcome to stay within my protection until the storm has been weathered. Your word is as strong as any here, and I have no doubts they mean us no harm if you are to vouch for them.
I would gladly vouch for them. They are also a devout of Shiva, and are probably going to help Matriona in the church for a little while, most likely, right, Drasenka?
If that is what he wishes, I'm sure Matriona would appreciate the help.
As I say, they are welcome. If they are devout of Shiva, they may converse with those similarly so at their own leisure. I assure you, my protections shall be quadruple-fold. The destruction that will be wrought across the lands and the seas shall not touch any within my domain. All shall be provided. All you must do is wait out.
And this is the best path to take for the situation that we're in? With the Nagas?
My voice has little ringing in the conversation when 2/3 of the dragons voted for annihilation. While we are many, the Naga are billions. Seeing their numbers only solidifies their woes of the ocean's breadth no longer being enough to supplement them. This curse of a dragon slayer has also complicated things. There have been murmurs, but as each dragon is killed, we get fewer in number. There are only so many dragons to protect this world, where the deities do not deign to do so. The attack of Chinua's Sylph shall be twofold, eradicating the Naga masses, and also flushing out the one who would kill us.
What if we were to find one of your problems? You say that the issue is that the Dragon Slayer has complicated things. What if we offered to try and find them? The Naga are not all evil.
I agree with this sentiment. We have several Naga amongst our ken, and many amongst the other domains. Those that seek shelter shall have it.
Or those who can't. Farms will be destroyed, livelihoods annihilated. We can do the best we can in the time we have, but Chinua Sylph is a ender, is my understanding, correct? They're not a creator.
They have the power of both, and whilst I am not a boastful one, my power compares little to theirs.
Then maybe at least entreat and pause. Chinua Sylph's descent is in 10 days. Can we at least try? I only speak for myself here. I don't know what my companions feel, so I will pass it to you. But
anybody who's innocent of committing crimes is worth protecting. That is no soft line. There's no shades of gray. If they're innocent, they're worth protecting from any sort of danger, unknown threats to their lives. And there's people out there who have no idea of what is about to befall them.
Val, Brzezinka, what of you? I wish not to make this decision on my own.
I agree. If there is anything that can be done, I would rather do it than hide away in here.
Same as Jazenka. If there's a way to prevent it with our help, I would rather do that than hide away.
Hearing this from the party, I think I'm going to turn back with Zaire, which I hope can help me with my words, because I'm not as good with them as they are. All I ask, Kaithora, is I understand your claws may be tied in this matter. You must defend the people of Hatterwood. We are capable enough, the four of us, to at least try to defeat one of these issues that faces you. And if one of these issues is to be resolved, which direction would help you best? You were at the council, you know how the votes split. Is it the Dragon Slayer or the Naga that are the main issue? I think it may be the former.
I don't think that we can take on legions of Naga by ourselves, though.
No, but we are in a unique position that we have spoken to many of their leaders.
Fair enough, that is true.
I only ask because we know at least Yoshkike is still out there, as is the summoner of the Primal. We barely managed to feat, but I digress. We still did it.
I thought that the summoner of the primal that we fought died in this.
Well,
That's
there's
what I'm saying.
also the issue of
other.
Theri.
Oh, the other one. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, Theri is the one
exactly.
we were originally after, but don't know where they went off.
Exactly, they've left. It's entirely possible, I think they may be either linking up with the Dragon Slayer or at very least trying to find another primal location. I bow to your wisdom, Belthora, on this. If we can do something, one good thing here, I would ask you use your years of wisdom to point us in the right direction. We are young, fiery, or icy, for want of a better word, but we want to do one thing at least that will change this. I may be speaking for myself here, but I do not wish to walk the countryside of this place and see it in ruin. I understand your domain is safe, as are Brenner's and Givren Tent, but there are so many places that are not. If anything, I would simply say, where are you going to get so much coffee if all the fields are burned?
Well, I think we took care of that problem with the bringing him back the seeds.
Yeah, but that's only one brand.
Exactly. I'm talking about the espresso, the separate stuff.
There are so many types of beans you could use.
Not to mention the ones that you can crossbreed yourself.
The only way for the attack to be halted is to stop a more recent event. Yoshkaik, the leader of the Naga forces, has done what Aksari set out to do. They formed their leader with a primal, and Yoshkaik has become the first Naga deity for their people,
Did you
being known as Vasuki. His power now rivals the adult dragons, and possibly beyond. If he were dealt with, then the attack would be halted. The Nagas would more likely disperse without their head, and the ones who keep up the fight will be of minuscule consequence.
Pathfinder, did you say they have fused with the primal?
Yes.
Is that even possible?
And they're now a deity themselves?
Worship is possible through any means. It's the fact that they now have deific power. That's concerning.
So we know it's primal.
Indeed. And the issue with the primal, of course, is you can be any form of primal. The intent behind it is what forms its basis. If Yoshkai can make his own deific power and fuse with it, that poses problems beyond my ken.
The origin of the primal they use is of no consequence now. Yoshkaik has absorbed it fully, and in its place, he has formed their Naga deity. For as much power that it may wield, I have yet to witness it, but it is enough to tip the scales to have Chinui Sylph take on this final measure.
May I ask then, do we know the basis of their power? Is the primal itself, their power has been subsumed into whatever Yoshikage uses by favor, or is the basis still in the primal?
Their power now is whatever they wished it to be. One of powerful oceanic might.
I see.
What can we do to stop Vasuki? Is that what you said their name was?
That is what they call themselves, and what their worshippers now worship. There is, in any short words, no possible way for you to attack it. There is another way, but I would never ask you to undertake it.
I volunteer. Anything to protect those I care about, those who are unable to protect themselves. I give myself to this task. You ask nothing.
Sorry, what was that?
Come on, man.
Sorry.
No. Zaire's just having a moment here, and you're. Sorry, what's going on?
No. I apologize because I think that was the moment. So, yeah.
Quick
Wow.
recap. Carthora said there might be a way, but he would never ask us, and Zaire's just like, no, I will protect everybody who cannot protect themselves. I volunteer for this task. You don't ask anything of me. I'm doing this.
Nice done with Zaire. If I can use any of these powers I've been blessed with to help those who can't help themselves, then I'd happily give myself to it. For them. For this world.
Ow.
I'm very much the same. If I can do anything to help those that are in need, then I shall do so.
Well, someone's going to have to try and keep you all alive at least. I'll be there. Hopefully we can do some good.
You see, Carthora, this raggedy band of just disparate people that you've taken in over the years have become more than what they were. We are protectors of the weak and innocent. We're your defenders of your interests and people that you can count on. This might be a tough and difficult task that you ask of us, but you're not even... again, I say you're not asking this of us. We're asking you what we can do.
I shall reiterate. If you do not do this in time, and are caught out of my protection, January self will evaporate your existence.
What are 4 lives to the multitude? If you need be, banish us, or at least some of us, and you can say that if the council asks you why you sent people out, you have no time. We're going to help. And frankly, if you said no, we'd probably sneak out tonight anyway.
The more information and the more preparation we can have, the better.
Besides, we have a goddess on our side. We have a dragon of our own. We have one of the greatest fences I've ever seen.
Very well.
Alive.
While Yoskike has formed into Vasuki, so must we summon a being to fight him. I know how to make a primal and how to control it. However, this knowledge is sacred and guarded. If I am to grant it to you, you must swear on complete erasure that you will not tell another of it.
Kalthura, must we? If this being is of a fusion of a primal, do we truly think we must bring our own? Are we not enough? Be honest, because I understand we may not be.
No.
Is there
even if there was 100 times your number, I would say you are not sufficient.
is there like a representation of Carthura here, or is it just us talking to like?
It is Kalthura. You're speaking directly to Kalthura.
Oh, okay. So, Zairin is gonna get down onto one knee, and he's gonna unsheath his estoc, and he's gonna hand it towards Carthura hilt first, and he says, I swear on this blade you gave me and on my life that I will not share any information that you give us on the creation of a primal with anybody except for this small group.
Edwin will pull one of the claw marks from her extram off the side of his neck and reveal probably a little bit of scar tissue and possibly a little blood. And just to say, I've died once for a cause that I believed in with these 4 people. I'm happy to do so again if need be.
You once gave this lost wayward child a home when she really needed one. I think it's my time to pay back for that favor and prove, well, mostly to myself, I suppose, why I was brought here in the first place. I will swear on this.
And Al?
I missed that. I had to step away for a minute. What was the question?
You're as bad as the other Jack.
Swearing to not let anybody know about the methods that Carthura is going to give us for creating a primal and creating and controlling.
I most certainly will not give out any such information. Mainly because Al will probably be very confused of how it was done in the first place, so she probably wouldn't even be able to relay the information.
Yeah, your secret is safe with my ignorance. That's the best response you can give.
I won't even remember how to do it.
Basically.
That's a genuine point. I think it's a very good defense.
If this is the path you are taking, then I shall also take on your charge. Leave from Wake with me, and have him hear none of this.
Understood. I don't believe that the powers that be will be concerned that you will be looking after from Wake.
Fronwake, if you would please go find an empty room for yourself.
That is fine. I enjoyed our travels together, and this talk of primals is certainly over whatever powers I can muster up. The sight of Shiva is enough for my lifetime. I send all of my prayers that you are successful and return to your home safely.
Go in her grace, from Wake.
We enjoyed your company, and especially your magic that was helping us out before. That was fantastic.
And do please ensure to keep track of my family. Keep word of them. Let me know if there's any changes.
It's truly a fortunate circumstance to have met you again.
Indeed. I shall be waiting here for your return. There is still the case of my innocence to be proven.
Indeed. Which is
Sure,
why I
it will
think
come
that
through soon enough.
exactly. As Zarin says, I think that the sponsorship of us and Carthura will put you in good stead.
Burn Wake will leave the Chamber of Carthur and most likely go and chat with Matrona.
Then we're committed.
I am.
The complete opposite side of the elemental wheel to water is wind. So, you will be calling forth a primal of Garuda. Her winds will cut twain the watery demise that Vasuki seeks to create. While they are facing off, you must take down Exeri, so that his ties to Yoskaik and the primal he inhabits is severed, weakening the opposing side. Once defeated, the enemy will no longer pose a threat to Garuda. And with this particular ritual, they will disperse.
So we need not have to deal with Garuda once this task is done. It will disperse, as you say.
Correct.
Well, I'm glad, in a way, that this wasn't a primal of Shiva. I don't particularly enjoy seeing false images of her.
Tell us what we need to do, Carthura.
Thura is going to give you a brief well, it's not going to be brief. It's a short description, but it is very detailed on the means of summoning a primal. None of you in 100 years, or possibly whatever lifetimes you would have had, would have even figured this was how you would do it. And in the case of Al, she's probably not going to remember it when you get there.
Go to Cocytus Tower. While it is home to many elements, it is the best place to spawn Garuda. Once created, take them to the ocean north of Cardsmith. Exeri and Yoskaik will have no doubt made their own font within the waters. While you send Garuda after Vasuki, you will go under the depths and defeat Exeri.
Where is Cocytus Tower?
It is southwest of you.
Yeah, it's down south. Where
Oh,
was
yeah.
the oceanic place? I can't quite see it.
Ocean north of Cardsmith, which is all the way up north.
Yeah, I
Oh, so it's
saw
a
Because
very-
that was the part of the ocean the Naga was shifting into when the wall was getting into it.
that's a journey.
Okay, so we
Gonna be a
Yeah,
bit
that-
of a walk.
we might have to work out a different way of travel for that, but okay, fine.
You would know that Garuda is a deity of wind and can also fly.
So she might be able to fly. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. She can probably help
Fly
us get
over
there.
Yeah.
Still, it's going to take us a long time just to get to Cocytus Tower.
Yeah, it's basically the same journey as Icedead Caverns, with a little bit
Yeah.
less.
We cleared the way.
They shall conjure earthen eagles to ferry you to the tower. They shall fly you there in 2 days.
In 2 days' time or 2 days' travel?
2 days travel. Well, you can sleep amongst their backs. They need no rest.
Good. Is there anything anybody would like to shop for before we go?
I don't think we have enough money for what I would like to get.
No, I do not ask this. It is your choice. If you decide this is your own course, I count you as heroes. As such, heroes are offered boons. Let me grant you my aid once again.
We will gladly accept, or at least I will.
Absolutely.
Might be the first dragon boon we've had before.
I mean, we got the adamantine weapons and armor from him before.
Yeah, we did. We also had Brenner's.
I think
give it to us.
We did have the rewiring as well from. I can never pronounce it. It's not Vyrath.
Viasath.
Viasath. If this won't cause you issue, I'm happy to accept. I picked spells, funnily enough, because of your tutelage.
And more you shall have.
Kafur takes in a wide breath. He then unleashes it onto all of you. Your gear becomes thicker and denser, though slightly lighter. Your heads are filled with knowledge, refreshed, and your bodies feel as tight as they have ever been, as you gain both buffs and knowledge.
Oh, I thought you were going to say reroll characters.
Yeah, change your classes. You can retrain any number of feats instantly, and these can be of any level you qualify. So feats you took at first level can now be 12 level things that you could have the other requirements for. You can gain or swap the regional and religion traits of Channel of the Earth, Plane of Earth, and Affinity for the elements that is the Earth selection. You also gain or swap to one of the following race traits of Earth Sense, Blood Dragons, or Warsmith. For the traits, if you have a type of that already, you could change your current one to those. If you don't have one of those types, you could just gain them. All of your negative levels, as well as ability damage, drain, and penalties, are healed. And you can now have 2 pieces of equipment transmuted into adamantine. And if you want your original adamantine gear to be shifted to something else, you can do so. And everyone, even the non-casters, will be able to learn one spell per spell level, as well as cantrip of the Elemental Earth School.
Can they use it?
They won't be able to use it; they'll just know it.
Damn it! That's unfortunate. All right, because that'd be really good. Honestly, that'd be solid. But yeah, okay.
I mean, for one, they don't have the cast level to cast them, and most likely they don't have the mental score, and they definitely don't have the MP.
Look, I realize that's a lot of detractors, but it would be cool.
I think we could still do the cantrips, right?
Cantrips would be fine as long as you have 10.
You still need to have a cast level and the attribute score of 10.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, if you have a cast level.
I don't have a cast level, so that won't then.
Pain. Alright. I'm going to have to fucking look at that. Alright.
Yeah, you can do these either during this session or during the week's break.
Cool.
If you have any questions about those, feel free to ask them now.
Fine. I think I need to read the traits and the race traits. The rest of it's fine for me. I take it just to ask now. It's very unlikely I'll need to swap anything to adamantine. Is it possible to give my adamantine boon to someone else to double up, or is that not possible?
No. It's 2 per person.
That's fine. I'll think of something cool.
I don't even think I have anything metal that isn't adamantine already that I could put that on.
What is your armor?
I don't wear armor.
Well, then you could turn one of your wondrous items into adamantine. It's going to be very hard to break.
Sure.
Gotta say, my armor's already adamantine, and I don't use my axe, so
Come on.
I turn it to adamantine anyways, and then
I could turn it into adamantine, sell it, and just buy another great axe.
You would sell a gift from your lord?
how dare.
Oh. Still benefiting me.
It's kind of an insult.
Let's see what the best I can do is.
In the case of the race traits, you can ignore the prereqs. So
Yeah,
for like
right.
Warsmith, you normally need to be a dwarf. You don't care. You can just have it if you want to have that one.
I just like the Blood of Dragons because it gives me a +2 trait bonus against sleep.
It's
Yeah,
I
fine.
like
You don't need that.
thematically.
Mm,
I think it's just cool. That's a cool one.
what's that?
You don't want to be more perceptive?
I'm perceptive as it is.
I think my boots and my gloves are going to be adamantine now.
It's just one of them, because your original
Oh.
sword is still adamantine.
Okay. So I guess I'll take the boots then.
Yeah, sure. You're going to be
Doesn't
quite a clank whenever you land.
Yeah. No more soft padding for me.
Well, it might be like a more like a tink, since it's minimal damage.
Yeah.
Is anyone
Okay.
training any feats?
I don't.
I mean, it
I
might
think
come up
I'm
for
okay.
Jazenka now if she really wants to take slashing grace stuff to take Dexter damage.
I would say like it's a good opportunity if you want to, because yeah, if you want to go full cut, now's the time.
I'll have to take a look at my feeds whenever I get the chance to get a separate tab open. After this session sometime.
In 3 to 5 business days,
Possibly.
we'll find out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Profane bonus. Oh man.
Profane is not as evil as it sounds. It's just different sources of power.
It's technically the opposite of
Sacred.
sacred. Yeah.
What exactly do you mean by with the may gain or swap to the traits?
So
just
if you
gain one of
already
the property
have
or-
if you already have a religion trait, you can only have one religion trait. So you would change your original one into affinity of the elements.
Gotcha. And same with the regional one, I guess.
Yeah, you can only have one of each type of trait.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think I don't have any of that, unfortunately.
So in the case of the race traits, you can only choose one of those. And if you already have a race trait, you would have to replace that.
Gotcha.
I don't think
Don't
we
think
have
I've got any race
race
traits. That's good for me.
I don't think there's
Yeah,
a lot
humans don't
of
have
race
any.
traits for FFd20.
There's quite a few, but depending on the race you are, it's just some have a lot more than others.
Yeah.
And most of these things that he's giving you are mostly Earth attuned.
Yeah.
So I think that.
Aside from Blood of Dragons, because you're being empowered by a dragon.
Right.
And that is the one I love.
You picking Earth Sense instead of getting the saving throw for sleep?
No.
So you're getting the saving throw for sleep.
Yeah.
The problem I've got is I think the only spell in my spell list that is Earth is Wall of Stone, and I have that.
There's also
Didn't say
Stone
it.
Shape.
Also, he didn't say
Do
it
I
had to
have
be on your spell list. He just said you learn.
Yeah, you can learn any spell from any spell list. You're not going to be able to cast it.
That's the problem.
In the case of
I need to
Edwin, he
build
would
my
most
spell
likely
list.
want to select white mage spells.
Yeah, exactly. Is Stone Shape on my spell? Ah, hold on. There might be one that I want. No, the Stoner is apparently not Earth Elemental, it's just healing. Alright.
Yeah, because it gets rid of Petrify or whatever.
Yeah.
If
Stone
anyone
Shape's
does
not okay.
know, at least in the style of the traits, if you are choosing or trading out any that you currently have, write it in the chat.
Yeah, no problem at all.
Do what, sorry?
I'll pop that.
If you, for the traits, write down in the chat which ones you are selecting, and if you are having to trade out any of your current ones for them.
I'm going to keep Divine Suspension. I feel like that's going to be useful. It's just, I've been doing other things in my immediates. So.
What's that other one?
Actually, no, is it? Because I'm more of a caster. I'm too far away from shit to grab to bloody work. Might be an option. Can I ask a genuine question to Zipati? Is there anything that you think I could probably do with adding from the support side? Like, I'm happy to do so. More a case of I've potentially got 1 feat free, and it's a case of I'm trying to figure out what would help. I think I've got most of the stuff that's going to be good for you guys. I just don't know what else I could get.
Toughness?
Yeah, I
more hit points
sacrificed
that you
stuff
can
this
survive.
last time. Yeah, I sacrificed stuff this last time for this.
So,
I was going to take. Go on.
oh no, I was only going to ask a different question. It was like, if I was going to gain the Blood of Dragons race traits, do I need to swap out one of my race traits that I've already got or not?
What do you mean one of them? You only have one race trait. Unless you're thinking about the
yeah.
ones from
I'm
racial
just thinking of
traits for,
I'm just thinking of racial traits. I'm assuming they're different then.
they're
Yeah,
different.
race traits
The
are
things,
okay.
the things you gain from being an aura, they're different. This is the actual traits, but you'd only have one of each type.
Fine. Okay.
Yeah, so like some of them like you can take. I think there's Elf or Elvan in the space. Like reactionary, that kind of stuff.
Right.
Or whatever. I think it's battle trained for them, but it's basically traits that are tied to your race specifically. Touch. Could get more mana, but no, I think I'm good.
It's going to be very weird to turn the Shiva's Diamond brand into adamantine because it's made out of ice.
Fair enough.
I don't think it would do anything for it.
Oh, well, then never mind that, and just put it on my armor.
I was going to say, putting your armor or shield, that might be a solid one.
Oh, yeah, I could do that, I guess. Make both armor and shield adamantine then.
Just correct if I'm wrong, but just it's +3 enhancement, isn't it? That's not adamantine bypassing.
No, that's cold iron and silver, I'm pretty sure.
It's 5, I think that's adamantine.
4. 4 is adamantine.
Is it 4? Yeah.
5 is alignment based.
Fair enough. Do you want us to put the spell we learned in the chat, by the way, what you picked?
If you already know, yeah.
Yeah, I only have 2. I have 1 option in Stone Shape, so.
Fair enough. I take it, Al, you already have a regional and religion trait then.
Yeah, you gain them if you don't have them.
Yeah.
So if you don't
yeah.
have a racial trait, but you don't have a.
Don't have a religion or regional.
Then you just gain those 2.
Perfect.
Okay,
They're not
well,
gonna do much for you, but you'll have them.
I missed that.
I was gonna say, yeah, neither of them really do anything for Al.
Oh yeah,
Because I don't channel
Oh,
any energy.
or the potential help.
yeah. Neither one of those are useful for me. Yeah, I think the only thing that's useful for me are the race traits.
Just make sure that you have noted you can use Earth Sense 3 times a day.
3 times a day?
Yeah, you get one at
Oh,
first,
yeah.
and then one for every 5.
Okay, so yeah. Abilities, I guess.
What are you thinking, Jazenko? You gonna go full slash, or are you gonna stay where you are?
I mean, like I said, I'm gonna have to make the final decision when I have full access to my stuff.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you were saying you need to work out.
Like,
No
how
worries.
many bits would I need to make that work? Because I
2.
don't even know how to do this
Slash and
without...
Grace is 2, I think, because you need Weapon Finesse.
That's it.
It's possible.
It's a question of, because the problem you've got there is you already have
Weapon Focus 2.
yeah, so it's 2 feats for that, and then you get the damage to Dex, or what's your strength at the minute? Just flat out. Is it like 13? I think you said 13 before. Yeah. That's a case of, it's totally up to you. You've already got wisdom to hit. It's a case of, do you want to just go down like strength for two-handing, PA it, that kind of stuff, or do you want to go into weapon finesse, slash and grace? The problem with slash and grace is you can't have anything you're offhand, so you can't have your shield in it. So it is truly just a case of what you want to do.
Yeah, that's probably a no, because I was planning on using my shield more.
You can even put beats into your shield if you want to. As I say, you want magic? I got magic. All I do is magic now. Lots of magic.
Magic, magic, magic. Magic
Magic.
dance.
Can't dance. Just in
You
general.
can dance if you want to. You can leave your friends behind.
I can't leave my friends behind. I've been told that's an evil choice.
Alrighty, as people maybe make some more choices, we can have our break here.
Cool.
Alrighty. Is the party leaving Kafura's chamber?
Yeah.
Okay. He tells you that the Earthen Eagles will be outside on the southern exit for when you need to get onto them. You would have rested atop She-Sylph, so it is the next day, so you're free to start the journey now if you wish.
Edwin is just going to pop into Matriona to pay his respects and just check in on her. It's not going to be a big thing, but just wants to make sure they know that we're all going together and say their prayers with her before you go. That's it.
Yep.
Because I'm gonna go there as well.
She is going to beg anyone that goes to her that you do not leave and stay here.
Has anybody else besides Zairin started following Zamala at all in the town?
It doesn't seem like anyone's picked it up yet, no.
Okay.
Hold on. I can read. What is Matriona's title? Is it like Mother Superior?
She's not Bene Gesserit.
No, well, not yet. We don't know.
Controls the sands.
She's the Diamond Dust Queen, though.
She's just a cleric. It'd be down to whatever you would think to call her, but she's just the cleric of the village. Besides her, there's probably like 2 others. One of them is Drazenka.
Yeah.
I think
everyone would just go.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think that's the first joke I've told in like 5 years, and that makes me feel good about myself.
Hey, you should always feel good about yourself. With Matriona, Edwin will just. And when I say just, they will look at her and see the pain in them. But they want to try and. They're not going to speak for Jazenka, that's her own bag, but just say that. The goddess has given me a very specific set of skills. If we don't go and do this, many will die. Some of our own faith and some of others. They pulled us out of... The Lady of Ice pulled us out of many issues, many trials and tribulations that could have ended our lives. I simply want to give back. Please. We'll come home.
She will continue to say that there are others that are destined for this task, and she doesn't believe that you lot are that, and that you should stay within the protections that Kafur has afforded.
There are people. Well, I'm not even there, am I?
I think stating their case, Edward will look at Matriona, give her a bow, just say that may her lady's grace protect you. It certainly will us. And leave her to Jazenka.
There may well be others who are better suited for this kind of things than just a bunch of teenagers from a backwoods village. And if those people do come along, then we know to head straight for home ourselves. But for now, it looks like it's up to us. And we are taking this path willingly. And we are taking it together, so we can keep each other in check and make sure we all return. We will return.
She does not exactly claw, but try to grab onto your cloaks and sleeves as if to hold you back, but she's not exactly strong enough to do so.
She'll give like one final long hug and then gently pry herself off and head for the others.
Once Jazenka leaves, Edward will look over and say, sometimes you must be cold as the one to be loved. It's in the teachings.
Indeed.
I wouldn't say all grown up. Now, come on. Oh, Messiah of Ice. Seeing as I'm the light reflecting off you and the rest of us are all fighters, you're going to have to tell us where to go.
And have I ever been the one to tell us where to go? Or at least
Quite a
when
lot,
have any
actually.
of you ever when have any of you ever listened to that?
In my defense, I've listened to you a few times.
I appreciate that, Edwin.
What'd you say? I wasn't listening.
I think I look
Well,
at the sky
let it
at that
out
point.
The sky? There's a ceiling there.
I think I look up to any kind of higher power.
He's obviously joking as he goes and gives Strazenko a little hug.
She returns it.
Well, we have the future chief of a village of Dragoneers, the messiah of the Icebound, and possibly the greatest swordsman I've seen in a very long time. And that's quite the feat, by the way. You've seen a lot of people wield the sword. You wield it with a very specific grace, Zaire.
Thank you.
Cannot
Well,
possibly forget the most skilled and dedicated healer that ever walked this planet.
hardly. And I'm going to pull out my my exam and point at the D on disease.
And you've made great headway in fixing that, haven't you?
Ah, well, I'll be
It
happy,
means
honestly.
nothing when you actually fixed a disease, not even that long ago.
Well, that was a different life, as it were. But you're right. We came a long way from heading up to the north to pick up some beans. I do hope that little coffee shop and their Naga assistant is doing well.
Looks like it's up to us to make sure they still keep running.
You're right. Well then. To the Eagles, I suppose. And just a thing to you all. I wouldn't want to do this with anyone else. No matter their acclaim or fame, I wouldn't want to do this with anyone else.
Well, I'm glad that you're all following along with my foolishness.
Not all, Zaire. You've always been a sometimes foolish, but certainly a upright member of our group.
I think about all the people out there that just can't get to some sort of dragon protected area or just don't know what's going to happen, and I think I have to do something to prevent that.
I agree. A world without Cartleys, Bardacliffs, Lowbroughs, even just the south, Red Park, Lamshackle. The Iceden Caverns are not in the domain. They all come under the fire.
I feel like the Iceden Caverns would probably survive.
Maybe, but
Like, the construction of it would survive. I don't know if the people would.
just for the sake of scale, we know how big this dragon is. My understanding is this is a... Like, I know that... well, it's twofold, really. The first thing is we know that it was a fire dragon that originally, quote-unquote, betrayed the Naga. This dragon is of a size that it's significantly bigger than Gothura, correct?
Yes.
And we also know that size usually delineates age in dragons, yes?
Yes.
So it's going to be very, very, very powerful.
Yes.
Well, I simply hope that anything survives it. So let's not sit here and hope. We're going to do something about it.
If you want size comparisons, Chiri Sylph is around 6 times larger than Kothura.
And Kothura is a...
Colossal.
He's a worm, right? He's a
Yeah, Kalthura is a worm.
So that would imply that this is a almost like primeval dragon, which is, I don't know the mechanics of that, but they're old enough that if Kalthura is small, they're going to be unbelievably powerful. That's what I'm trying to just convey, that we need to deal with this, because any kind of interaction with a dragon of that size and power in the world will change it forever. You never know, Al. Maybe that's the fight you have at the end of all this.
Gonna fight Kalthura.
No. We know there's a bigger dragon out there now.
Well, let's get on these stone eagles. Is that what they were?
Let's.
Well, you need to go get your equipment from your family first.
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
I'd pick up my staff from the forgery. Did Kalthura pass my request across at all?
Yes, he'll make some cutlery for the denizens.
Thank you.
I am going to go to my skills page.
Are you rolling stealth, are you?
Yes, I am.
You're in plain sight. It's going to be very impossible for you to stealth. I guess you could do it noise-wise. See how well you do.
Not horrible, at least.
Your parents will not notice you take your stuff and leave.
There's a note on the floor.
Wow, first letter you've written them in like 2 weeks. It's a goodbye letter.
Yep.
As you make your way to the exit, Dalfit will approach you. How did the conversation with Kathy go? You're setting up shop in your different little rooms. We got plenty of positions, and I'm sure you'll find some ways to occupy yourselves over the coming days.
Yep. We're gonna be setting things up for a little bit. I just gotta go make sure we grab the rest of our stuff before everything's locked down.
Oh, that's fine. We got everybody up the top moving stuff down. Anything that's for yours be with your parents by now.
Yeah, but we've been gone for so long. I feel like we just need to help.
Oh, well, Edward's parents, gonna be needing some hands. You can go make sure they got everything set up over there.
Sure.
As he points behind you back into the chamber.
And I just absentmindedly walk away towards the exit.
Have any of you seen
Dalfit's
Desire?
gonna
You're not
place a
supposed to-
hand on your chest. Lad, you're not going out there.
I respect you, and I don't want to lie to you, but I also don't want to hurt you. We're leaving, and we're going to try to save as many as we can.
If you're not going to be taking the advice of our Dragon Protector that's put in so much effort into making sure everyone's safe, I'm going to have to beat it into you.
We truly are not looking to fight you on this, but we have our path set, and it leads us outside.
Zairen's gonna be full defensive, and he's going to try to move past.
Is Delphit trying to stop us at this point, like fully stop us from
Yes.
getting past? Yeah, I'm sorry, I mean, this made an action. I can't say anything against it. May talk afterwards, but you've made a choice.
I'm waiting to see what happens right now, so I'm moving past.
As you move past him, Dalfit's going to summon up a bright light that will shine across all of your eyes, and everyone needs to roll will save.
I can do Unity before you roll.
Wait, what?
I can roll for everyone, and before you roll, decide if you want my roll or not before anybody rolls. I'm using
Okay.
Unity.
I want your roll.
Not to drag this down to mechanics, but Drazenka, what's your bonus to will saves?
I'll get back to you in a second.
Everyone else roll if you want to.
Hold on, I gotta figure out if I
I'm
want.
taking Drazenka's.
I am almost guaranteed to take Drazenka's as well.
17.
17, it's one higher than mine, so why not? Cool.
Can I give Drazenka Charmed Life for this one roll?
No, it's.
I don't think so.
I know,
Yeah,
it's
'cause
personal. It's
Sorry,
a
I have
class feature.
I have a cat on my lap, making things harder to do. Aye!
Oh,
I will also use a hero point to +8 to it.
I do not have any hero points left. After the...
I'm going to suggest you
Oi.
don't.
Fair enough. Just
I think this might be a...
heroic work.
Can I spellcraft this? I know I've failed already, but you can say no.
Failed what?
The spell they're casting, if it is a spell. Yeah. If this is a spell, could I spellcraft it?
Here's a spell, yeah.
I have failed the save, so if you say no to spellcraft, understandable.
Go for it.
Where the fuck are you, 8, when I needed you? I probably know this after it's been spelled, to be fair. I probably wouldn't know it if I've already failed the spell.
Glad I'm taking Drazenka's roll.
What do you think you would have gotten?
Me? Probably
Yeah.
a quarter of that.
yeah, my bonus is +5, so definitely taking that one.
I just realised I said I'd take it, and then I rolled it. Egypt. Oh, well, I fell.
It's not even a spell. It's just casting Burst of Light. It's just a cantrip.
Okay.
But that doesn't count as an attack, though, does it?
No.
I'm still dazzled, though, I guess.
Yeah, because you fumbled. It's the only chance of you failing this is a fumble.
I think I just kind of went, I was expecting it. Edmund falls over a little bit and gets himself back up.
I continue moving towards the exit.
Delphin's going to try and grab you, but he's certainly failing it.
Elder,
just-
please.
Every time he reaches out for me, I'm just like an inch to the left or an inch to the right. So he just never fully grabs onto me.
I think is Remind me, is Dalfit human or is he a dwarf? I think he's a dwarf.
He's a
right?
dwarf.
Yeah. I would like to. Well, but it depends. Does anyone else have any actions here? Because I don't want to take over this. So if you got something you want to do, go for it.
I was waiting for him to actually even non-lethally try to attack me, and I was just gonna teleport. But since he's not attacking me, he's only trying to grab me. I'm just gonna walk away.
What was Evan going to do?
If no one else has anything they want to say, I think I would try to at least get to a point a little bit lower than eye to eye. So he is a little bit taller than me, even if that's sitting. And just say to him that, Elder, I realize you remember us as children. Small, incapable of feats, even beyond walking too far. But we're here to do a really good thing. That may seem like a very small thing to say. It's not particularly elaborate, not particularly... It's not worth of legend, is it? A really good thing. But we're here to do it. For you, for the families that live here, and for everyone else in the world. I've seen the Mother Superior in the church. I've seen you. You're desperate to keep us here because you're scared of us not coming back. All children leave the home eventually. Just let us go. Because we'll be back. Please.
The only little thing you'll be doing is sitting in your beds. If I gotta beat you black and blue, then I'll have to do so. And I know Zaire won't be leaving without you.
Go ahead. And I'll sit there and wait for whatever happens.
He is gonna swing his staff at you.
Okay.
Surprisingly, he hits you because he rolled a 20.
Fair enough.
Take 1 damage.
I'll take the damage. You have to let us go, Elder. As they sort of wipe. There is definitely a mark on the side of his face, but they'll wipe it off. My allies, my friends, the other children of the village, now included, even though they have a dual citizenship, propose you the same. If you need to hit me, Dalford, I'm here. I'll offer no resistance. If you need to say that you tried to stop us, I understand. Because I would do the same.
I'm used to whipping the children into shape when they're acting out. And if you're going out after curfew, I'm just gonna have to tuck you into your bed yourself.
Then how about this? How about we come back before curfew? A little bit away, but remind me, but isn't curfew from true sundown to true sun up? Does it say which day?
The curfew is now, lad. You're here, you're staying in.
Dalfit's gonna attempt to cast a spell on you. But it doesn't do anything because you're too high hit die.
Siren's gonna take an action. Oh, where did my character sheet go? Hello?
I deleted it. You don't need it anymore. You're going to bed, right?
Apparently, I am. I apparently have exited out of it instead of minimizing it because I am a fool, among many other things. Let's go to here. Zyron is going to come up to Dowerfoot and he's going to give him a nice little hug. But that hug is also preventing him from doing anything else.
Nope, it's not.
It's funny because I was thinking of doing the exact same thing.
I was hoping you were going to because you're the strongest one here, but I could also get out of any sort of grapple that he might do without any problems.
He's going to wiggle away from your fingers.
I think at that point,
Al will probably walk
Back
up and attempt to just give him a small bear cuddle.
A small bear cuddle.
and as Al picks them up, I hope. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Oh no, he's certainly able to.
I will cast a focus sleepture on him, which is DC 24 will save.
He's asleep.
I will lay him down nicely and see if there's any cloth or anything nearby just to give him a blanket.
Yeah, I think we carry him to, like, I don't know where we are exactly, but somewhere with shelter, like a bench.
Just the nearest room.
You're underground, so yes. You can just
Well, you
carry
know
him
what
to
I
one of the beds.
Sorry, I'm thinking about above ground.
No, he tried to stop you going up, but he has no chance.
Sleep
Just
well.
know. Exactly. Dalvin, we'll carry your spirit. Because
You did your best.
exactly, and I think that the spirit of fighting a fight you know you can't win might be
That's
one
exactly
that we've
what
carried
we're
for a
about to
long
do.
time. Exactly. The Eagles, then.
Agreed. We've wasted enough time.
Well, wasted could be a different word, but you're right. Let's go.
As you exit the underground protected haven, you're able to leave through the Amantine gates. After which, you'll find 4 huge eagles made up of rock. As you approach, they will lean down their wings, allowing you to step onto their backs.
Time to end the world, then, eh? Or at least our part of it.
Just another long journey.
Well, at least we have a deific savior on our hands. That could be useful.
As for what we talked about before, I don't see this as anyone following anybody in particular. We're all in this together, walking the same path, side by side.
That we are, but give us a little bit of ribbing.
Of course.
Now, if we're all done here, shall we?
Let's go.
No time like the present.
Mounting the stone eagles, they will flap their wings, and whilst it makes the crunching sound of rock, they are able to fly without much issue. Going up higher and higher, almost up into the clouds. As they get high enough, they start their movement to the southwest. Passing over Carthura's domain, you pass through that magical protective barrier once more. And as you come to here, everyone can roll perception. Just do perceptions.
Yeah, mine doesn't even count, so yeah.
Jester. I guess Jester's not going to pay much mind. There it is. Jesus, all those high perceptions.
Yeah.
Zarian won't be able to notice it on the horizon. However, the other three, around 200 miles away, which is not exactly easy to see, but actually able to see at the altitude you are at, towards the Boa Track Mountains, instead of the normal mountains that you would usually see, it's almost as if it is coated in a red haze, as if they are having a similar barrier to Carthura's, though at this distance it's hard to make out what it is properly.
Eventually, Brenna.
Very possible.
You say it's the whole mountain range, or just what?
From what you can see, it after 200 miles it gets very hard to see because of curvature.
Fair enough.
So you could
So
also
they have
beat
the similar
one.
protection.
You
Possibly,
could also
but-
beat the dragon that Ronwalke mentioned. Being that she is a guardian dragon within the mountains.
Brenna's domain wasn't
Brenna's
expanded that far along the mountain ranges last time I remember, though.
but I think that Brenna's domain may be her specific area of,
True.
well, maybe her own home. You're right.
But it is quite a dire circumstance.
Then all the more reason for us to deal with this. I hope we can keep the promise of Remarque, but as long as we can at least put these people to justice. I do mean people with Naga as well.
With the eagles not paying much mind to the ideas of fatigue, they continue to flap their wings and soar upon the winds. Are you going to be sleeping upon the eagles' backs in the sky?
As long as we can secure ourselves properly.
Yeah, I take it these don't have like a sleeping saddle or anything like that that we can use.
No. But you can assuredly make yourself safe amongst their backs as you sleep.
Yeah.
So if need be, you can use stone shape to like make a little crevice in them to sleep in.
Alright. Oh, what timing.
Oh boy.
Tornado.
As the day passes into the next, sadly, it seems the elements are going against you, and even more on a theme, all of the winds, as you have to fly past and through tornadoes in your way. And for quite a long stretch of time during the day as well. Thankfully, the eagles, whilst flying normally, are able to have their weight carry them through the winds. However, as you continue to move through them, it seems as a prime time for other forces to attack you. As I'm going to need everyone to give me a ride check, please.
Oh boy.
We can blessings to the faithful that if you want. But if worst comes to worst, if Drazenka's gonna fall off, I'll rescue her.
Alrighty. As you ride the eagles through the tornado, the heavy speed certainly impede you. And whilst the stone eagles are actually a gargantuan size category, you atop their backs still have the blustery winds to contend with. Even more so when you have to do daring maneuvers in the air. Bolts of lightning, gusts of wind, and shards of earth come flying from all directions. As you try to move to and fro, everyone besides Zairin will have their eagles battered with magical might, as 4 serpentine creatures with large wings at their back fly to your flanks.
Okay.
Feel free to organize yourselves as you would be flying.
I think I'm good. Don't have anyone else. That's a very good point, actually. Do you mind if I delete myself and just keep 15.8 with the new token?
Sure.
There we go. Rolled a 7. Terrible.
Flying creatures.
You were also in the cloud layer, so you were also flying very high.
True. This will be the highest owl's ever flown.
Alright, when it comes to Stone Eagles, they do have a sheet, so they're not going to have to use it too much. Zairin's is undamaged. However, yours will all take varying amounts of damage from the elemental attacks. As Naga's, that take on the aspects of, you could say at a despairing notion, draconic wings on their backs.
Can we get knowledge checks for these creatures? Is that too early?
You can certainly have knowledge. It is knowledge dungeoneering.
I am assuming this is the case, but A's is the new day, whereas it's the first day. The same day that we've dealt with the Elder. I say dealt with, negotiated with the Elder.
This is the next day.
The next day. Okay. Cool. Good to know. And what did you say? Alrighty. Let's just make sure the ice cave buffs were off. That's diabolically low. Alright. Can't do much about that. It's 15.
Need to make sure my buffs are good. That one.
I rolled a 2. 3, sorry.
Yep.
And very on theme, I don't think you were here. You're currently in a thunderstorm.
That sounds correct.
It would be
It's
more
just-
on theme if it was a blizzard.
Okay, so we
You're not going after
Eagles-
ice.
Eagles is taking some damage.
Yeah,
Good to
blizzard.
know. Okay.
With 15, you got no clue.
Fair enough. I just rolled really badly.
Alright, Zarian, you are first in terms of moving around onto these eagles. You can move into any of those squares.
Okay.
If you wish to direct them, you will need to make a ride check.
Alright,
I will
can
say,
take a 5-foot step and still do a ride check to get it to move?
The ride check is a move action.
Zion, I fully intend to buff
Okay,
your
hold on, that
dexterity.
one. Can what? Why?
So it's up to
Okay,
you. Do you want to do your
there's
turn
just
now
me.
or wait?
That's not something that you've really done in the past as
It
much.
was in the last fight.
Yeah, like the last fight, it was the first time we had a chance to do stuff.
Yeah,
ahead of
yeah.
time.
Say no if you want to.
So I think that Zairin is just going to move to there, 5-foot step, and do a ride check. Do I have ride down there? I don't. So skills. Is that enough to get it to shift on over to where the thing is so I can make an attack?
It will not.
Okay. Do I stay where I'm at then?
You stay where you are.
Okay. Are we moving continually towards the south still as well?
Yes.
Okay.
For in terms of, like, scene, you are still flying southwards. You still have as much movement as you would normally have as you're moving there.
So don't
Gotcha.
jump off. It's the short.
Right.
Don't jump off because you're gonna. Both you're gonna fall very far. You're also gonna be like falling backwards.
Yeah, it's like jumping off a boat. You fucked. Unfortunately.
Right. Well, I can't really do anything from here. Excuse me, I'm
You
sorry.
have any consumables you can use, like an iron draft?
Oh. Well, we there's words are hard. We do mage armor at the beginning of every day. Is that not the case still?
I'm talking about my iron draft is shield bonus. Remember,
Okay.
or anything else? I don't know. I don't know what your class exactly has.
I don't have an iron draft. The only thing I have is one metal VX. So
Okay, no, it's alright. I was just trying to think of something to do.
yeah, it would be if I could, but no.
Put your sword. Do it.
Just draw my weapon and be prepared to attack.
You could prepare a strike.
Yeah, but these things seem like they're probably going to be casters, so I don't think it's going to be much use.
Chuck a rock.
I pick up a rock and I throw it. That's the bird's
You never
wing.
know.
The rock I pick up is a feather off of the bird's wing.
There is no rock for you to pick up. Even though the bird's made out of them, if you're going to be taking them apart, they're going to be taking damage.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm done. That's it for me.
Alright. Edwin.
Okay. Advanced phase talent, swift action. I'm going to cast Mithra's Grace as a swift action. I'm also going to enhance it. Everyone gains a plus 12 to Dex for this round, and then plus 6 to the next round. And everything after that for several minutes. This is why I said it's very useful for the first round. So that is 6 off me. I can't do that again today, but now seems like a good time. And would that affect the... It's 1 creature per level in 30 feet, because I affect the eagles as well.
Yes.
That's the question.
Are they
Awesome.
creatures or are they?
They are creatures.
Okay.
They won't count as like humanoids or living targets, but they are creatures.
Okay.
Awesome. And then on top of that, it was a barrage of elements. Was there a specific element these creatures used, or is it just lots and lots of stuff?
They hit you with wind, lightning, and earth.
Okay, so a lot of shit. All right. With that in mind, I will cast... Can I get a 20-foot radius? Is that going to hit everyone? That's a real question.
Probably not. I don't think it's going to hit anybody but you.
20 foot is quite a distance. Damn it.
Oh. Let's see.
We'll have extend spell.
Mhm.
What the fucking done?
In the terms of normal mounted stuff, you do not count as all the squares. You count as the squares you're currently standing in.
Yeah, fine. So I can't get, like... I wouldn't be able to get Owl and Zyren if I cast a 20-foot spell, correct?
Correct.
Fine. In that case, I will not cast Envelopka. I'll cast something a bit different. I have a standard action remaining. I'm going to prepare a cast on this individual here, please.
Do what?
I'm
like,
going to...
What trigger?
If they attempt to cast a spell, I'm going to cast Flame Strike on them.
Alright.
That's not a
That's
nice spell.
It's called Curl Burn Strike. Leave me alone. I have a spell list. That'll speed up. My swift action's been done. Hold on, actually, no. There is a better option for that. I'm not going to do that. What the fuck is the action for Whiteout? I think it's 30 foot. That is 30 foot, which is way better. It has to be centered on me, though, correct?
Yes. And it's not that you select a token for 30-foot aura. But yeah, then I'm pretty sure they're going to be outside of it.
Yeah, they're going to be out. Alright, I'll still do what I said. Keep going.
Alright. The winged Naga are going to speak amongst themselves. They're all speaking in Undercommon, which you all understand. At least 2 of them are going to speak, and then they realise they both are speaking the same sentence, as they'll let the other one just take over.
The one in the white robes and that staff. They have cast spells. Attack them. Make sure they have no healing.
Yeah, that's the way of the world.
As this one is going to fly under and up as they essentially get on top of your eagle.
Okay.
They have now landed on your eagle as the eagle shudders and falters a bit in their flight, and it becomes harder to direct them. This other one is going to charge straight at Edwin.
Okay.
Be here. As they let out with their stinger.
I do not have shield, so it is... I believe I am at 21. Check.
They will sting you for 11, and I need a fort save, please.
It might be higher than that. I did not recount. It's still 21 because I don't have shield. All right. Fort save. There you go.
Alright, you will be fine.
Okay.
The other one
It is 11.
flies 11 what?
Damage, sorry. I've just taken off.
Yes.
Cool.
This other one is going to fly up above and then fall onto the side of your eagle. Give me a acrobatics check, please. Alright. As the two Nagas land onto this bird, I don't know why his name should be there. The eagle is going to let out a coarse screech as it goes into a barrel roll. You clench onto whatever rocks you can hold, as well as the rope you use to slip, as the bird is not onto its underside, as you have your back towards the ground far below, as you are holding on for dear life.
Okay, good time.
Duzenka.
How far away is Edwin from me?
He's as far away as the map shows. He hasn't lost any height yet.
Unfortunately, I do not have rescue.
Still good.
For an immediate casting, then does it, if it's on my turn, does it just mean swift?
If immediate is in your turn, it uses your current turn swift. Yes, counts as a swift spell.
In that case, just as my swift throw. So you have the ball.
The basket.
All I heard was Featherfall.
I think it was Featherfall.
Casting Choco Feather on Edwin.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
I need to minimize the window every time I want to speak on Discord, which is annoying.
That's terrible.
We're all finally on Discord, do not get along on this laptop. So yeah, Swift Action Choco Feather on Edwin.
Alright. I mean, he's technically still on the eagle.
Yeah, I'm not hauling.
It's a preventive measure because I do not have rescue.
That's fair.
Alright.
And like I wanted to do that as an immediate, but I realized I'm still flat-footed technically, so that's the fastest I can react to it.
Al, I don't know if you want to do this, but I could rescue you on my turn. Just pull you over here if you want.
I mean, you can do. If not, I was going to see if I can just fly over there and get them all in a line of a breath.
I told you, but just anchor is on your shoulders.
Yeah? I'm trying.
Hey, that wasn't sorry, that wasn't like a if you fuck this up, that's your problem. It was more a case of it's your turn.
I know. I could either give everybody shield or I can give you fly.
The problem we got here is that just for context, Napaz, even if I'd fly, I don't think I'm going to go fast enough that these eagles will not just leave behind, correct?
Correct. With fly, you're going to be a lot slower than these eagles.
Yeah, so even if I jumped off the eagle itself, I'm not going to make it. I have the spaces I have. So it's more a case to either I don't get hit or I do some other shit about it. My original plan was to try and pull someone else to this eagle. I don't know if you have something different, Josenka. We have, I mean, I was going to probably run like Ice Heart Whiteout, but we'll see. Depends on what you have. You have different stuff than me.
What is the speed at that these eagles are going at?
You should have access to the sheet. It's 80.
Okay, so I
Yeah,
can
it's
actually
fast.
catch up to them if I fly off.
I mean, blind this case would be more the case of if you do fall off, at least you're not immediately gonna just die.
Well, yeah, that's
from the
thing.
plummet.
If I,
like
exactly
we can
right.
figure if you fall, we can figure something out afterwards. But at least you're not just gonna keep plummeting.
Just remember, your Stone Eagles currently have a lot of decks.
Dex means nothing when my ride is fit. I cannot move this eagle.
Dex is tied to ride. Or ride is tied to Dex, sorry. So you have a little bit of Dex for now.
I have a total of +3 on my ride.
Is that with a
if
plus
17?
12?
Yes.
Damn.
My normal is -2. Because of my armor, and I'm a Ronzo who hates riding things apparently.
That's fair. Alright.
I mean, I could just start blasting them and hope the element is correct. They are not
a terrible idea. Because we do need to kill them at one point, or knock them out, but the problem is if we can knock them out, they're going to fall to the floor.
Sounds like a day problem. Could I get all of them in one AoE if they're like with the eagle upside down and everything?
Yeah.
Because I'm also hoping to make myself a different target if they're going after casters. Sure, I'm gonna throw Blizzard at them. Selective. And I have to check if that's squares or target.
Pretty sure it's targets.
Targets, okay. So I'm gonna try to ignore Edwin and the eagle if I can.
Yep.
It's normally entities that could be affected, so targets would be it. If you aim it like the right, that should be fine.
I was just worried because I realized the eagle's big.
Mm-hmm. They be large.
We can hear you breathing, Andrew.
Hi.
Stop breathing.
Oh yeah. Blizzara selective to avoid Edwin and his eagle.
Yeah.
Keep breathing. Nice.
Did I move my mic away enough that it's not coming through anymore?
I think so.
Seems to.
Alright.
Did it come through?
Damage,
me.
yeah. No. There we go.
There it is.
33.
To, I would say on the left save, because the guy on the right failed. as they are blasted with ice. As far as you can tell, they took the full amount sans the saving. Is that it?
Yep, that's
Alright. Ow.
So, how does the movement happen in this? So these birds are obviously moving at 80 feet per round. So does that mean I can technically only move 10 feet per round? Because I've got 90-foot speed.
For the flying compartment, they are continually going south at 80 feet. They also have 80 feet to move within this battle area. So you can still move within 90 feet of this battle area, and since you have 80 or more, you can keep up with them going south.
Right, okay, fine.
So you still have your full movement. It's only a case for fly wouldn't be able to keep up.
No, that's fine. I am just pulling lines on to see what sort of areas in space I can deal with. Can you flip that for me?
Maybe.
We'll consider it.
That's not what I meant. Oh, wait, no, that is what I meant.
Wait a second.
So could I line breath those three things without hitting the Stone Eagle as well?
I'll say since it's at a diagonal, yeah, sure. You will need to make a fly check to get to there, though, because you are in a thunderstorm.
Yep. And I
Just remember, is at a -4.
Yeah, I know. I will attempt this.
I wish I gave you that headband now.
What would the DC be for it?
You don't know.
Okay.
Typically, it'll be 20.
So, at minimum
Oh,
25.
I did not mean to press that. Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't get sent to you guys anyway.
Is that the traitor exe dot turn on party?
No, I pressed the defenses button. Okay, well, we can only try.
Go for it. I believe in you.
Oh, yeah. And -4 out of that, so
You
it's
were
dead on 20.
Oh, has that got the... Oh, nice.
It's -4 for my own fly, and now -4 because of the thunderstorm. Right, and then
Alright,
Are you at
feel
all?
free to use your wind, your breath.
Do you have 4 fly speed?
What?
Like fly maneuverability? Do you have poor or do you have good?
4.
Ah, that explain it. Never mind.
Alright, flying to there, you let out a breath of lightning, as it will crackle across those flying Naga. They will all fail their save.
Yeah! Yeah, boy!
Love to see it.
We love to see it.
Is that it from out?
That is it from Al.
Oh, Al, by the way, your line is 80 foot now.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Thank you.
I just like it. That's pretty cool. I haven't seen it yet.
This other one is going to fly onto this eagle, landing
My
with a
eagle.
heavy thud. Is going to dig its claws into the shoulders of the eagle and pull him back as if you're pulling up on the stick of a jet.
They're getting moved by transport.
Basically.
Makes sense.
Hellboy, they roll very well, as you can just hear the cracking of stone as it is forced to almost a grand halt as it goes flying off towards the north.
Shit, I was going to try and rescue it. Never mind. Is that against its AC or CMD? It would have a +12. I don't know if that helps.
It does not help with what I rolled.
Okay, fair enough. I'm trying to help. What'll I do?
Siren.
Siren's gonna move to this side over here. I'm 5 feet away from that Naga, correct?
You're 10 feet away.
You're 10 feet away.
Oh wait. What if I was?
Still 10.
Is it-
Still 10.
Gosh
Do
dang
you want
it.
me to, would you like me to rescue you in my turn to your 5 feet?
Well, I mean, like if what I'm trying to say is, if I hit lunge, would I hit it?
Lunge would work because you're.
I was just 10
Okay.
feet, so yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I'm 5 feet away means like there's a 5-foot space between me and them is what I was trying to convey. I apologize.
Well, you're
know-
speaking in wrong terms, but I understand what you mean. Yes.
Okay.
Also,
All
if
right.
you rescued Siren, he's just gonna fall.
No, I can pull him onto. It's adjacent square, so I can pull him to. Oh
You're
no,
on the
he's flipped, he's not
underneath
attached.
of the eagle.
No,
Well,
you're right.
you're still
Ignore
at the top
that.
of the eagle, but the eagle's upside down.
No, you're right. Ignore that. Go on.
Okay, so since I am no longer going to need to move very much, I am going to go into my defensive stance. I'm going to go into lunge. Those are both free actions to do. Another free action is.
I don't know, sounds like too many frees to me.
Hey, that's free action to do.
Hey, you helped design this system. You can't complain about that. You can't complain about this.
I might be abusing the system that you put into place, but it's the one that you put into place, so.
I didn't touch anything about Fencer. What are we talking about?
I know. And then I'm going to throw a single attack at it if I can get to my attacks page. There it is.
Actually, I lie. I think I just fixed wording on Fencer.
I'm gonna go to roles and responsibilities and get receipts. No, go on. Damn.
It's just the one attack.
Just the one attack, but it does need to make a fortitude save DC 20.
God, I miss hitting people with stuff.
It exactly got the 20.
Aw,
As
needs
you
it.
stab into it. Is that it from you?
That's all I can do, even though I had a bunch of free actions. I mean, technically I could use a swift action, but I don't have any that are useful right now. So.
Alright. Edwin?
Okay, 2 questions. First thing is, do we actually control the eagle? Can it use its actions?
The eagle is not combat trained, that's why you require ride checks.
I'm talking about more their power attack, nothing display, all that kind of stuff. Can they use that?
You
or
need
is
to make a
it
ride check to direct him.
Awesome. Okay.
If you are doing anything, well, at the end of your turn, if you're still flipped, you will need to make another acrobatics to stay in there.
That's fine. The other question was, what would it take for me to flip the eagle?
To flip the eagle, you could either attempt a relatively hard ride check to have him flip himself, or you can remove one of these Nagas from it.
I don't think I have spells that let you push people. No, there are spells that let you push people. It's just I don't.
Rescue the Naga to the point directly above your
It's
head.
that ally.
Aw.
You can only rescue allies. Would be nice.
So. Wait, could I rescue the eagle above me and make it could flip itself? No, that's Munchkin.
If you rescued the eagle, you would no longer be on it.
You would be
I'm attached
underneath.
by a rope, but
You're teleporting it away,
no, I'm just being silly.
or pulling
Okay.
it, whatever. It's not going to work.
I think my best bet here is Blessing of the Faithful to skills for ride. Let me just check what ride would be. I think it's like +9, right? Yeah, +9. I will attempt to flip the eagle. What action is that? Is that a standard, I take it? Or a move?
It is a move action to direct the mounts.
Okay. Flip it.
Ooh.
That is with everything in it. It's 23.
You are able to have the mount flip itself.
Awesome. Can I direct the mount forward?
1 second. I need to make sure if these things stay on it.
Ah, fair enough. This is the last. After this action, my enhancement stops.
Edwin, roll me a d4 and another d4 separately.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, after this move, my enhancement stops, so everyone goes down to +6, just as an FYI.
Oh yeah.
1 and 2.
Alright, that fella's gonna fall to there. So everyone's gonna fall bang into his ally, rear himself back over here as they all fall off the wings.
Okay. Can I direct the eagle forwards at all?
It would be your standard action to do so.
Yeah, I want to get out of the murder pit and help my allies. So if I could do that, that'd be ideal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a ride skill check again.
All right. This is less because the moment's passed. That's a 10. And as with everything, I rolled a 4. So I might not.
You don't move anywhere. That action doesn't have any negative penalties, so that's fine.
Did the Naga next to me, did that one move in a way that would provoke an attack of opportunity?
It would technically count as falling, which does provoke, so yes.
Alright. Free action to add slow onto this as well.
Can it be done outside your turn?
I believe so, but I will look. It just
say
said
in the text.
free action. Yeah.
Then no.
Oh, it can't be
It
done
has to
outside
be
your
your
turn.
turn.
It also says during your turn, so it's outside your turn, so no.
Okay. I didn't realize. So, just regular old attack on it.
Nice.
Yeah, sure. I'll say you get sneak attack as it's tumbling through the air.
All
I
right.
was not expecting that, probably.
As the Naga is flipped off of the eagle, getting flipped the bird in all manner of ways. Slairin is going to hold out his estoc as he's going to pierce it through its neck. Blood flickers through the air as it continues to tumble and falls down into the clouds below and through them.
I am done with Swift and done with Standard.
Now you can rescue me.
If only.
Yeah, technically, yeah. You're now upright. You'll be on the eagle.
I've got Stone Eagle open. I was like, where are my class features? Explain yourself.
You used both your move and standard. Do you even have the capability
That I
to rescue
did.
now?
No, you're
You also
absolutely
did
right.
the
Sorry.
Rescue the Faithful, which I think is your Swift, so I don't think you have anything
Yeah.
left, do you?
No, I'm done. I thought I had a move. I don't. Gone.
Alright, this Naga that got blown off now understands the pain that some of you other can deal, and it is going to 5-foot fly towards Al. Al, you're not currently in your stats, are you?
No.
You don't
Why
have
not?
your provoking threaten thing outside of the stats, isn't it? I can't remember. It's been ages since you used that.
Yes.
Unexpected is, yeah, it's not stats based.
Alright, they moved into your threat area with your bite, so you can use your unexpected strikes. It's anyone going in there.
Fuck him up. Oh, Lord.
You give a good chunk into him as they're going to let loose with their stinger, their mouth, and their wings.
Wait, hold on.
Apparently,
Can you not grab them with that? Do you have grab with your bite?
No.
Ah, fuck.
It's not
Never
like
mind. Sorry.
I missed either a space or a plus or something. So one of their rolls is 1,269.
Jeez.
No, thank you.
Keep protect.
It's just
That's how much
it's a very high
damage it-
roll.
That's how much damage it takes, right?
No, it was for their grapple. It was a D2000 something. Al, you would no longer have the 12 dex, it'd be 6 dex. So what was your AC?
No longer have what, sorry?
The 12 dex from the Mithras is now just only 6.
Fine.
So what is your current AC?
It is 31.
Still?
Still.
Did you not even put in the plus 12?
Nope.
All
I
right.
just put in the +6.
All of his attacks will miss.
To be fair, the 12 only lasts until the start of my turn, so it will be a 6.
Yeah, he's saying he'd never put in the 12 to begin with.
Oh, god damn it.
I never
remember
got
your
hit.
buffs.
This other one is going to breathe at Jazenka and her eagle.
Okay.
So Jazenka and your eagle need to make a reflex save, please.
I'm still vaping at you. Weird. Is that you +6 to Dex?
All should be in there.
Alright. I'm just trying to be careful. Nice.
Eagle should also have the +6, so that all should be correct.
Fair enough.
Alrighty. Jazenka, you're going to take 21 earth damage. Your eagle will take 10. This fellow is then going to fly. And it's going to land on the side of your eagle.
Very fast fly speed.
Jazenka.
Cool, okay. Time to fight my computer again.
Fuck him up.
The hardest battle you'll face all day.
Struggle. It's too real.
I believe in you. Less than 2 attacks. Full attack. Send to the Shadow Realm.
I'm not that powerful. I wish.
I believe you are. Believe.
Send to the plane of ice.
Defensively cast, that's a 2nd level, so I auto pass it, I believe,
Okay.
with the DC 19. Frigid touch to at the, because it's like right within my reach, right?
Yes,
Thanks,
it's
Gordon.
adjacent to you.
Yeah. So if you heard that,
I didn't hear anything from you.
never mind.
You will lay your hand atop the Naga.
And as part of that,
Oh, you get cut.
uh,
This is Divine Combat.
yep, Divine Combat, so I'll take a slash at.
That's a very good ability.
And as soon as my sheet remembers my bonuses.
You don't have the ice damage in there.
I probably don't have a lot of things in there. How much is the ice damage?
It's D8. As you touch the Naga, its scales freeze over as you slice out with your new artifacts. You also cut through the ice, moving into the flesh beneath, and whilst it might be green and red, it quickly turns blue and purple as you freeze the innards. It then crumples off of the eagle, leaving behind a mist in its wake as it will fall down.
Awesome. Blessing to auto attacks.
Ow.
I'm pretty sure I'm within close range.
Yes.
I am touching them. I think I'm in close range.
No, to
Can I
ow.
leave you guys to sort these ones out? Or this last one out?
Yeah, I got it.
Alright, Al will take an attack of opportunity as she flies back towards her eagle. But I can't even make it the other way, I'll have to double move.
Well, your eagle's gone, right?
Equals
Nope.
80 foot back and 80 foot down.
Oh, it's that one that's way back. Got it.
Yeah, so I will be double moving to at least catch up to
Mm-hmm.
him.
The Naga will hit you on the way past. That should be hit for 10 and a fort save, please.
Does the eagle get an attack of opportunity because it goes into their threat space?
What?
They're huge, right? They're a big creature.
Eagles are not
They have to
combat
reach.
trained. They only have to go through your actions, and they're currently busy flying.
Okay, fair enough. What are you asking?
Alright, you'll save. You would also, Al, be able to charge if you wanted, instead of just double moving.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll do that. So then I can at least get an attack, which if that's the case, I'll go to there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, somebody's got an alarm.
My wife is calling. I'm trying to wait until after my turn. Although I know what I'm gonna do, so I'm just gonna mute while I take this.
Just realised that was the wrong macro.
That is your single attack, yeah?
Just seeing if the bonuses are different. Don't think so, I think they're the same. Yeah, they're the same.
Both plus 22, yeah.
Either way, you get your bite on this fella.
Wait, do you not have pounds because you have greater beast hope?
Oh my life, yes, I do. I
How
forgot
do I
about it.
remember that and you don't?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm doing the rest of my attacks. Just don't take the
Oh
button.
no, you only did the one, so I think you're done.
No, that thing's dying. Give my eagle back. +2 to those claw and wing tail attack, by the way. Didn't put the charge in.
Your
that was good.
second wing and your tail will miss.
Thank you for the reminder of that. I forgot about it.
No, it's just because the last time we played, I remember you being like really proud about having it. I was like, that's a really good
and that's
idea.
because we haven't played in a while. I've completely forgotten about it.
No,
Oh.
I'm absolutely in the same boat.
damn
This goes
eagle.
back to this Naga's turn. They are very adamant that you're not getting this back, as they succeed again on their check. As they continue to pull back on the eagle's shoulders, they have its beak point down to the ground below, as is with Pathfinder. Admittedly hit terminal velocity and just shoot right down.
Oh, great.
Does the Naga die from that?
Oh my! Don't know if I'll catch up to that.
Yeah, I think you're better off just double backing to us and going into normal form.
And as it turns to Zion's turn, even though he wants to come back after his call, we will end the session in this combat in the sky here.
Alright, I'm gonna make the roll now so I don't forget what I was gonna do.
Alright.
Move action, I'm going to provoke.
From what?
Antagonize. Sorry.
Oh! I thought you meant provoke attack opportunity, not actually provoke.
No. Provoke this. It's antagonize and provoke. It's a move action to do it because of provoke, but antagonize.
I take it you have the changes to the antagonize stuff.
Everything is straight off of the site is saying right now. So whatever it's saying right now is what I'm using. I wasn't going off of
now.
anything
This is what action is now.
No. Whatever is on the site is what I was using. I wasn't using my ability because I know that the stuff changed recently, so I was just reading it directly off the site is where I was getting it from.
Alright. That better off to the east is Madge.
Big Madge. But that's all I was going to do anyways, so cool.
Alright, if we're done here.
Pick this up next week.
Well, thanks for playing. I like you guys. And thanks for hosting this. It's true. It's true.
It's true.
When I say everyone, I mean everyone, not just the players.
I don't know. I don't think you like